everyone, to another episode of Root Branch Marketplace Small Business Saturday. This year, we're doing Maryland edition. Listen, you all, we've curated an incredible show for you all today. You already know the drill. Get yourself a great cup of Root Branch Press coffee, snuggle up, and enjoy the show.
As creatives, what better way to write, produce, and create great content than over a good cup of coffee? Whether it's the slow, sipping calm before you start the day, or the fuel you need to crank up your creative juices, Root Branch Press Coffee provides just the kick you need to bring forth your creative vision. Root Branch Press Coffee, for creators and innovators.
Welcome back to Root Branch Marketplace. Now, you all know for this episode, we are shopping Maryland, and we could not be more honored to have with us all the way from Annapolis, Maryland, our very own state comptroller, Comptroller Brooke Lehrman. Comptroller, welcome to Marketplace.
It's great to be here. Thanks so much for doing this, and thanks for having me today.
Oh my goodness. So we're just going to jump right in.
Great.
You know, we produce Root Branch Marketplace as an opportunity to shine light on the incredible small businesses across our state. In your opinion, why is it so important to invest in Maryland small businesses, locally owned businesses?
Yeah, so really important question, and great that you're doing this because, you know, as the Comptroller of Maryland, I serve sort of as the elected CFO of the state, right? And so I can see the impact that shopping small and shopping local has on our state economy and on our local economies. You know, we know that if you shop small, you shop in your neighborhood, that means you're putting money to work in your community, keeping your neighbors employed, continuing to build a strong community, and making sure that those dollars stay local, which then means we have the revenue to fund the programs that we care about. So really, shopping small is great for those businesses, but it's also great for you as the shopper. You get more of that money back when you're shopping local.
That is well put, and a very interesting perspective for us to really let sink in. So your office play a major role in shaping Maryland's financial landscape. How is the Comptroller's office working to make it easier for small businesses to navigate taxes, access to available credits, and stay compliant while they grow?
Really important. So small businesses are the heart of our economy, right? They are most of our job creators. They are really fueling our GDP. And so when I became comptroller, I said, you know, we've got to do more. We've got to meet people where they are. It's really hard to start a small business, and we want to support them. So we've done a few things. One, we have modernized our infrastructure for paying taxes. When I came in, it was all on COBOL, on a mainframe, and now we have a brand new system, Maryland Tax Connect. There's webinars online that you can learn more about it. You can also make an appointment to talk to somebody, to get a walkthrough of it. Really trying to meet people to make it so that managing their finances and their tax administration is easier. We also created the role of small business director in the office of the comptroller. So our small business director sends out a monthly newsletter to help make sure that folks know what's going on, update them about opportunities, initiatives, and more. You can sign up on our website, marylandcomptroller.gov, for that newsletter. And I'm very focused on making sure that when the state is spending its money through procurement, that we're shopping local, right? That we're working with Maryland-based businesses, because that means better value for all of us as taxpayers. So those are just a few of the ways that we're really making sure that we can try to make government work better and meeting small business owners where they are.
And we thank you for your commitment in that way. So many small business owners don't always realize how state tax policy or financial decisions can affect their bottom line.
Yeah, absolutely.
So what steps in your office have you taken to ensure that entrepreneurs have the information and tools they need to succeed?
So, you know, one of the things about my role that's interesting is that I don't set tax policy, I administer it, right? So the governor and the General Assembly pass laws that determine our state tax policy, and of course our local governments are in charge of local tax policy. But what I do want to make sure is that when new taxes are passed or old taxes changed, that our small business owners know what to expect. So the last session, there were a number of changes to our state tax code. Immediately upon the end of session, we launched a web page right on the front of our website that said, this is the place where you'll find the information you need. We did webinars. This was affected many IT services companies. We did webinars repeatedly to update people on what was happening, and created a way for folks to pay that easily online. So transparency, proactivity, really key to making sure businesses know what's coming, because certainty matters. They want to know, and so we want to help them make sure that they understand and can account for the changes.
Those sort of tools are extremely valuable because it can feel overwhelming.
Yeah, totally.
So helping to minimize that a bit and
Yep.
provide direct clarity is
Yep.
very powerful. Thank you.
Absolutely.
So for small business owners who want to connect with your office more and learn more about the available programs or ask questions about compliance, what's the best way for them to reach you?
Absolutely. So first, go to our website, brand new website, marylandcomptroller.gov. You can find sort of a bevy of different tools there, everything from signing up for our newsletter, to reading about tax laws, to understanding, compliance issues and permitting. There's just a number of different tools there that you can find. So I encourage folks to spend a minute on our website. Reach out to our small business director, right? Make sure that you connect with her so that you can get tools and resources, or if you have questions and you don't know who to go to, you can reach out. And also, I visit so many small businesses, right? We'd love to stop by. I like to highlight the great work that our small business owners are doing, whether you're an IT company or a barber shop or a retailer, selling clothes or tchotchkes, whatever it is. Like, I love to visit and learn and share about the great things that our business owners are doing in Maryland. So please reach out, keep in touch. We are here to serve the people of Maryland and the small businesses of Maryland.
Well, thank you. You have been doing an incredible job, and Comptroller Lehrman is truly a woman of her word, because from all the way from Annapolis, she is here in Studio A here at the RBMG building, doing just that, showing her direct support and commitment to the small businesses of Maryland.
My
and
pleasure.
we thank you.
Thank you.
Do not go anywhere. There is more Marketplace to come.
I'm Calvin Ball, lifelong Marylander, and your Howard County Executive here at the Root Branch Marketplace. Make sure you support.
Hi, I'm Kenzie, and I'm the Senior Production Coordinator for Root Branch Media Group.
And I'm Katanya, the office admin here at Root Branch Media Group.
And we're the perfect people to talk to y'all about our Root Branch Press Coffee, because we drink it every day. So what we have on the table are coffee essentials for you to have a luxury pour-over experience in the morning, at home, or at work. So we have our kettle right here that we use pour over for coffee. So basically you put the coffee grounds in, you have a filter, and you use the kettle to pour over. It's smooth, it's rich, it's bold. We have our carafe. This is the box that this carafe comes in. And then we have our coffee grinder. So when you grind your coffee, when it's whole bean and you grind it, you're opening up those flavors in the morning rather than if they were to be pre-ground.
Exactly.
So we like to include it. If you're interested in utilizing any of these coffee essentials, you can go to rootbranchpresscoffeeco.com to purchase. So, Katanya, let's taste it. Let's do a sip.
You know I love this. I drink it here and I drink it at home. I drink coffee throughout the day. So yes, let's have another cup.
Okay, so I'm just gonna take our carafe, do a pour, and you smell it already.
Very flavorful. And it's the coffee
Delicious.
for creatives like ourselves.
Yes, when we're on set all day, this keeps us going. Okay, let's take a sip. Oh my goodness.
I love it.
It's my favorite coffee.
And we're drinking it black, and it's really good. You can drink it that way, or you can
Yes.
add some creamer or sugar,
Because
or not.
it has sweet notes to it. So it has cookie, it has a warmth to it, a sweetness, even black, but we also pair it with different creamers. Are you whole milk, oat milk?
I like both.
Really? I like the
Yes.
whole, I love a French vanilla whole milk creamer.
Yes, I'll do French vanilla creamer too, mixed with a
Yes.
little hazelnut.
That's my favorite. Okay, so cheers, and make sure to go get your Root Branch Press Coffee and all of your coffee essentials at rootbranchpresscoffee.com.
Hi, welcome back to Root Branch Marketplace. I'm your co-host Troy, here with Ricardo Gibbons, the DMV computer man. So let us know what we have today. What do we have today on display? I'm seeing a couple different things. I'm seeing cameras, I'm seeing computers, see an iPad.
So the name says it all. We're from the DMV. We do computers, but outside of computers, we focus on all electronics. So I brought a few things that we will have on sale for Black Friday.
Okay.
Laptops, we have Windows as well as Apple. We have the accessories like iPads, the Apple Pencils. We also carry cameras, and we go all the way out with electronics. So we have arcades. I couldn't bring one of those in.
No, of course.
But we have anything electronic you can think of, we pretty much will have it.
Okay, so where are you located specifically?
So we're at 714 Ritchie Road, Capitol
Okay.
Heights, Maryland. It's off of Central Avenue. If you're familiar with the Prince George's County side, that's a staple road in Prince George's County.
Okay, and I see it says DMV, so do you travel? And then I know they can come to you, but how does that work?
So DMV, we service DC, Maryland, and Virginia. We do not travel. We have a retail store location. We used to have 3 locations before COVID,
Okay.
but we downsized to the 1 location for now.
Okay, and then
You can also buy online too, though.
Okay,
So you don't
online.
have to come into the store.
Awesome. Okay. And then what are the services that you specialize in? Like,
So we have
me know.
a wide variety of services, from not only sales, but we offer repair on electronic devices. We offer mentoring for kids
Oh, wow.
that want to learn how to build computers. And then we also offer stock trading classes, all inside of our store.
wow.
Yeah.
Okay. And how can they get signed up for these types of things?
So you can follow us on Instagram, would be the best route. That's DMV Computerman _MD. You can also email us at dmvcomputerman@gmail. We have a website, www.dmvcomputerman.com. So you can find us there as well.
Okay. Very nice. All right. So be on the lookout for your classes, for your repairs, things like that. And he's ready to serve you. So, all right, stay tuned. There's more coming up on Root Branch Marketplace.
Welcome back to the Root Branch Marketplace. Again, I'm one of your co-hosts, Kenzie, and we're here with Chris Reel of Rent-A-Tour. Chris, thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me, Kenzie. Good to see you.
Of course. Good to see you as well. And happy holidays.
Happy holidays.
So please, for viewers at home, can you just tell us what is Rent-A-Tour?
So Rent-A-Tour is a tour guide and receptive service, which means our job is to welcome people to Baltimore.
Love it.
Groups, individuals, conferences, conventions, all different types of tours we can put together, all completely custom.
Wow, that's awesome. I love to hear it. So we were talking a little bit about it off camera, but I know you also have a holiday season initiative going on. So please tell me what that is.
Yeah, this is something we've been doing for a number of years now. We partner with our friends at American Limousines and the Royal Sonesta Hotel right down by the Inner Harbor, and we present the Holly Jolly Trolley.
I love it.
All throughout December, we have a beautifully decorated trolley. You can purchase a ticket and tour through Baltimore, seeing some of our most beautiful holiday decorations and traditions traditions, including the Washington Monument in Mount Vernon, the lights on 34th Street in Hamden, and much, much more. It's a really, really fun way to enjoy the holidays in Baltimore.
Oh my goodness, it sounds like it. And the lights on 34th Street are my favorite. Legendary.
Yeah.
I go every single year. You gotta go with hot chocolate. And this year you had to go on the Holly Jolly tour. So
And you can have hot chocolate on the trolley.
that's how y'all do it. That's how you do it, folks. So Chris, thank you so much for joining us. For folks who are interested in getting on the Holly Jolly tour and just want to know more info about Rent-A-Tour in general, where can they find you?
Yeah, we have a website, www.rentatour.com, and the Holly Jolly Trolley information is right there on the homepage, as well as information about how you can plan your very own custom experience with us.
Awesome. So y'all heard it here. If you live in Baltimore and want to explore your city, or if you're visiting for the holidays, please make sure you visit Rent-A-Tour. Chris, thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you, Kenzie.
Of course. And don't go anywhere. We have more Root Branch Marketplace coming up.
Welcome back to Root Branch Marketplace. I'm Dr. Vanya Pettigrew, and we are on set. If you've been following the show, you know that this is a new addition. This is an upgrade. This is not just any old kitchen set. It actually represents another one of our featured small businesses. And so I'm here today with Gabriel Martino. Gabriel, welcome to Root Branch Marketplace.
Vanya, thanks for having me. It's a pleasure to be here. It's always great to be in your space. You know, it's a blessing.
Thank you. So Gabriel actually was on season 1, our pilot episode. So for us to be now 3 years in and being able to take the show to a whole nother level with the installation of an actual set that we can film on and feature businesses. But this segment is all about you. I want you to tell us about your business and the services that you all offer.
Okay, SBG stands for Serengeti Building Group. And under that SBG umbrella, we got a few brands. Our Granite Works brand that focuses on our countertops, our Kitchen Technique brand that focuses on our custom cabinetry, and our Direct Closet brand. You know, for those who are interested in a nice storage space, walk-in closets, reach-in closets, or your man cave or your garage closets. And these are some of the things that we provide. We serve residential clients, homeowners who are looking for a new kitchen for the holidays, commercial clients, multifamily buildings, custom millwork build-outs, restaurants, hotels, and so forth.
Fantastic. So like I said, y'all, this is not just like a set in a fake kitchen. This is the real deal with real functionality. So Gabriel, can you kind of walk us through the pieces and show us some of the dynamic installs that make up this kitchen set?
So this is what we consider the traditional kitchen. This is a very high-end luxury kitchen. So this is like one of your Ferraris of kitchens. And we try to incorporate a lot of the elements for the person who wants to enjoy that space from a cooking perspective. You have your cooktop here, which is built in with a few rollouts, you know, to store some of your pots or your spoons. You know, you use a lot of spices. You have your spice rack right on the side. We have a huge hood above here, which is a custom hood that kind of covers the ventilation for your cooktop that goes in. It also comes with some lighting as well if you want to see your spaces. These cabinets, as you could, if you're not familiar with cabinets, shows the inset type of cabinets, meaning that the doors are inside the frame of the cabinetry. They also have exposed hinges. We could do probably inside hinges where the hinges are hidden as well, but this one shows exposed hinges. What is very unique about this space, sometimes you have a corner in a kitchen and it becomes a dead space. How do you utilize that space? So we incorporated this very unique Lazy Susan that fits into the corner so you could store things, whether it's for your kids, whether it's for yourself.
And that Lazy Susan makes it really easy to reach things, because sometimes when you're in these like kind of nooks, it's kind of hard to get down back up in there.
Yes. A few other great elements of this kitchen, you know, you come over here for a mix of a pantry, you know, 3 doors, you know, with the glazed glass.
Oh, yeah.
Right, you could open the doors. And if the doors are in your way, we just tuck it right in. You
Oh,
know?
I love that.
These are pocket doors within
Pocket
your pantries.
doors,
right?
yes.
Within your pantry. So it's all about the versatility and the uniqueness and the functionality that we bring to your space. Whatever you want, we could design it, we could find the materials to create it, and we could build it from scratch.
Well, this set is absolutely gorgeous. It's giving farmhouse, country, but still elevated and elegant. I absolutely love it. It has been an incredible addition to the show. Thank you for building this for us, for lending it to us so that we can, you know, again, feature some more of our local small businesses. But for those that are interested in your services and bringing this into their home, how can they do that?
So they could find us on our main website, www.sbgus.com. And we serve residential clients within the space. We serve a lot of commercial clients within Baltimore City. Baltimore is a very important space in our heart because we do a lot of work across the city. Some of our cabinetry could be found in some of the new buildings and renovated buildings within this space. So this is how you can find us on www.sbgus.com, or 3 sister brands that fall under our umbrella. Granite Works, we are on IG, Kitchen Technique, and Direct Closets. You know, so we could also come into your bedroom space and do a full walk-in closet, reach-in closet. Probably we could do that for your net set.
Don't get me started. Wait a minute. Stay tuned to future episodes of Marketplace. I might have a whole walk-in closet, guys. Well, Gabriel, thank you so much. Again, in this episode of Root Branch Marketplace, we are shopping the state of Maryland. And so while he is local to us here in Baltimore, and we are so honored to have him here with us, he services the entire Maryland state. So thank you again. Do not go anywhere. There is more Marketplace to come.
Thank you.
Welcome back to Root Branch Marketplace. Again, we are talking all things Maryland in this episode as we head into the shopping season for the holidays. And we're here in studio with another representative representing another county in our great state, the County Executive of Howard County, Calvin Ball. County Exec, welcome to the show.
Well, thank you for having me.
Thank you so much for making your way up the Beltway or whatever road it takes to get to this part of Baltimore. We're extremely honored to have you in studio with us. So for this episode, again, we're talking all things small business. We're supporting the local economy. Why do you believe it is important for Marylanders to invest in small, locally owned businesses? How does that strengthen not just our economy, but sense of community?
Well, as a lifelong Marylander, I have been blessed to see businesses grow and thrive and move not only throughout Maryland, but beyond Maryland. And I know that when you invest in a local small business, you're investing in community because the dollars that go into our local small businesses come back to our community at a higher percentage than when you invest in some of these national chains or other places. And so it is not only investing in our neighborhoods, but also investing in our people. Investing and supporting our small businesses means workforce, means that those young people or young at heart people who need a job, want a job, can go to their neighborhood and actually work and live and grow and thrive right in our community.
I mean, really, you know, as I've been doing this show for some time and we talk about small business, it really is about community revitalization because it's when those corner stores or when those small businesses in the neighborhoods are on, they're open, their lights are on, communities are safer, you know, communities are cleaner and they thrive. So Small Business Saturday, this is our baby here, but it shines a light on local entrepreneurs. But supporting them is more than just this one-day thing. It's a year-round effort. What initiatives or resources does Howard County offer to help small businesses thrive beyond the holiday season?
Well, yes, Small Business Saturday is a spectacular and important day,
Yes.
but it should not be just about that day. And so in Howard County, we have our Howard County Economic Development Authority. And if people go to howardcountyeda.org, they'll see so many businesses. Our CEO, Jennifer Jones, works directly with our county government on not only helping with the finance, but also just helping people navigate the structure, ensuring that wherever they are, we meet them where they are and we help them get to where they dream.
That technical assistance is so vitally important because especially when you're a small business, you're already trying to like run the business, keep the lights on and all those things, but to really grow and scale, you know, being able to navigate these other, you know, systems can be daunting or overwhelming. So to know that you have systems in place to support the small business navigate so that they can be successful.
That's right. Too many of our entrepreneurs are so busy working in the business, they don't work on the business.
That's right.
And we can help them do that.
That's awesome. Thank you. So where can folks traveling to Howard County for the holidays and residents find small businesses? Are there any markets or online directories viewers should look into?
Well, we have small businesses all throughout Howard County. We have about 11,500 businesses.
What?
And yeah, we trying to do our thing. But we try to support them all. Oftentimes people will go to Savage Mill. There are so many entrepreneurs and small businesses there. Historic Ellicott City, throughout Columbia, you will see businesses, mom and pops and emerging businesses on every corner just about in Howard County, because we understand that when you invest in a business, you invest in a community, you invest in a family, you invest in hopes and dreams, and you invest in the future.
That's amazing. So for our small business owners watching the show who are interested in working in Howard County, how can they connect with your office or gain insight into the resources that you offer?
Well, you can email me directly at cball@howardcountymd.gov, or again, visit our howardcountyeda.org website for resources and services. Know that I want them to be successful because a business's success is Howard County success, which is Maryland success.
And listen, guys, you have my word on this as well. County Executive Calvin Ball is a man of his word, because that email address really is his email address. So if you say email him, hence him making his way all the way to Baltimore to be here in studio with us for you today. So we are grateful to have you. We thank you. You all do not go anywhere. There is more show to come.
Welcome back to the Root Branch Marketplace. Again, I'm one of your co-hosts, Kenzie, and today we have here with us Shia of Greater Baltimore Urban League. Shia, how are you doing today?
I am wonderful, Kenzie. How are you?
I'm doing amazing. I'm excited to talk about you.
And I'm excited to be here, girl.
Well, thank you so much for joining us. So Shia, tell me, for folks at home who may not be familiar with Greater Baltimore Urban League, what is it?
We are a civil rights organization that turned 100 years this year. So for 100 years, we have been empowering communities through economic engagement, through economic empowerment, through civic engagement, through health equity. All types of ways do we impact the households in Baltimore and the Greater Baltimore area.
Oh my goodness, that sounds amazing. And so for this episode of Root Branch Marketplace, we're talking about small businesses and Small Business Saturday. So tell me a little bit about how Greater Baltimore Urban League is helping to support some small businesses that may be in your network or in the community.
Yes. So how we do that is we provide programming, we provide advocacy, and we provide resources to small business and not just small businesses. We try to deal with impacting the whole person, and with the whole person is sometimes more than just the business. It's the family, it's the mental health part. So we try to assist in all those areas. But how we help small businesses right now is we have a program that is called the Restaurant Acceleration Program that we partner with PepsiCo and the National Urban League. And this is the final year for that program. So we are actually looking for partners and funders to help that program sustain. But we have provided so far 40 businesses with over $10,000 in funding towards capital in their businesses.
Wow. So Shia, I know that all of that is so impactful. And also, I just want to say to the funders, anybody watching, Greater Baltimore Urban League.
Yeah, Greater Baltimore Urban League, tap in, go donate.
Right. So I want to know, I've watched some of the podcasts. I hear about some of the impact. Tell me, how does it feel from your position and being at Greater Baltimore Urban League to do work in this field?
Oh, this is a question that tugs at my heart. It feels like I'm doing my life's work, right? I always say I didn't study to do what I'm doing. I believe that God placed me in this space to be able to help small businesses and disadvantaged communities to be able to thrive, right? And it is just so empowering for me to be able to help the businesses that we help in the ways that we help them with the training, the financial literacy training. We help businesses build strong infrastructures within their organizations. We help them with marketing. We help them with all aspects of their business. And it just feels amazing to do so.
Wow, that is beautiful. And I love hearing that. And I do know that God makes no mistakes. And so when he puts you somewhere, it's on purpose.
It's on purpose.
So if you had to tell our viewers, our watchers at home, the importance of not only the dollar, but the Black dollar and spending it within our communities, spending it at local businesses, especially during the holiday season, why is that important? What should they be doing?
So I think that it's majorly important right now during the climate that we are in to focus all of our dollars in our communities. And doing that helps to build stronger communities. And within community, I always say, is unity. And we have to come together and we have to pour our funding into each other in order for us to be successful. Our businesses in our communities will be able to thrive if we pour our Black dollars into these businesses. And we know how important our Black dollars are. We can ask Amazon and those other companies that we boycotted for a second, you know? So,
yes, and you're not the first person to bring up Amazon. Because that's one of those things during the holiday season. It's quick, but you have to realize that there's something that you can do that's more lasting and impactful.
And you have to be intentional. Yes.
100%. So I have to ask, for folks who are interested in getting to learn more, they want to engage with you, interact with you, where can they find Greater Baltimore Urban League? Of
course. You guys can find us at www.gbul.org. You can follow us on all social media platforms. LinkedIn is Greater Baltimore Urban League. All others is GBUL.org. We also have a podcast on the YouTube channel called Voices of the People, which features your girl as the host.
She's great.
So go tap in. And yeah, as always, donate, right? That's always going to be the thing. Donate, because the work that we do cannot happen without people believing in our mission and donating to that cause.
Wow. Shia, that's amazing. Also, to say on the podcast, I watched the one with Simone, Charm City Table.
Love her.
She's amazing. She's on the show today, too.
Oh, really? I can't wait to see Simone.
Yes. So, Shia, thank you again for joining us. It's been a pleasure speaking with you. It's been a pleasure talking about the impact and really unpacking, you know, the importance and how we spend our dollar, especially during the holiday season.
Exactly. Spend Black dollars in Black places, you guys.
Come on. So for everybody watching at home, y'all stay tuned. There's more coming up.
Welcome back, everyone, to Root Branch Marketplace, Maryland edition for Small Business Saturday. Now, you all know that our headquarters are in Baltimore City, but we have representation from all across the state chiming in and championing for our local small businesses. So I am here with my great friend all the way from Annapolis, and Scott Phillips. Welcome to the show.
Well, thank you, Vanya. And it's great to be here, particularly as we're talking about Small Business Saturday.
So now, tell us a little bit about your role in the Legislative Caucus, but then I want to dive deep because I know that you particularly have been a longstanding advocate for businesses and particularly minority businesses in the state. So tell us first a little bit about your background in this work.
Sure. So I represent the 10th Legislative District, which is Northwest Baltimore County. So Reisterstown, Randallstown, and all the things in between there in Catonsville. And I'm a member of the House Judiciary Committee, but I'm also the co-chair of the Black Wealth Committee for the Maryland Legislative Black Caucus. So I'm very much focused on advocacy around small businesses in particular and minority businesses as well.
Wonderful, wonderful. So can you talk a little bit about the work that you all are doing from the legislative level, particularly around small businesses and how they can do business with the state?
So very, very good question. We're really excited about all of the things that we've been doing over the last several years. The Maryland Legislative Black Caucus is known as the entity that really promotes small, minority, women, veteran-owned businesses. And so this year, we have a number of initiatives that we're focused on, increasing spending with veteran-owned businesses, increasing spending with small businesses, helping small businesses get paid faster by the state of Maryland. Mm-hmm. So all of those are things that we're doing to encourage and to grow small businesses. We believe that small business really is the engine that will grow our economy here in Maryland. And so we're focused on that.
No, that is awesome. As a small business myself, I have had the fortunate benefit of working directly with you all in the work that you're doing out of Annapolis. And that's really what this episode is about. When we started Marketplace, it was very local to Baltimore. But this year, I really wanted to expand and go statewide, especially after attending things like the Mako conference and really being able to see there's real opportunity to do business with the state, county to county. So this opportunity is like a starting point for our small businesses that are on our corner stores or in our communities to show them how their services are also applicable in procurement. So final words from you. Can you just give a message to our audience from Annapolis on supporting Root Branch Marketplace, tuning in and shopping local businesses in Maryland this holiday season?
Well, you just said it. We want you to support Root Branch Media Marketplace this holiday season, particularly buy small, shop small in your communities, so you support those businesses that are going to support you. From those businesses that support our little leagues, to those businesses who support our seniors, to those businesses who hire our children and hire our seniors and hire folks in our community. There is nothing like supporting those in your community, whether you're on the Eastern Shore, or you're up in Western Maryland, or you're right here in Baltimore County with me. Shop small on Small Business Saturday.
Thank you again so much. And Scott Phillips, all the way from Annapolis, representing Baltimore County, chiming in for the Root Branch Marketplace. Don't go anywhere. There's more Root Branch Marketplace to come.
Good morning. I'm your co-host for today. My name is Troy Beckett. I'm the education coordinator here at Root Branch Media Group. Welcome back to Root Branch Marketplace. Today we have Matthew from Hiatus Cheesecake. Hi Matthew, how are you doing?
Hello Troy, I'm doing great. How about yourself?
I'm great. I've been waiting for these cheesecakes all week, like literally all week. So please tell me what we have today. I'm excited. I see a few things here.
Yep, so I brought us an assortment of flavors. Here in the back is probably one of our most popular. We have our signature graham cracker crust. It's a vanilla bean cheesecake layered with a sweet potato pie topped with the Swiss buttercream. This is our sweet potato fantasy. Triple love, you got the best of both worlds, well, all three worlds. We'll say brownie, cheesecake, and a chocolate chip cookie all in one. And then here's our ginger lemon cheesecake. It's a gingerbread crust, which is my grandmother's recipe for gingerbread. We have a ginger lemon cheesecake and it's topped with a white chocolate wasabi ganache. Down here we have the Drunken Pumpkin. It's a smoked pumpkin cheesecake with roasted pecans, ginger cream cheese frosting, and a salted bourbon caramel. Everyone loves a good Oreo cheesecake. And then last but not least, we have our strawberry crunch.
My favorite. All right, so what do you want me to get into first?
Let's try the ginger lemon, actually.
Ginger lemon, okay. Excited, guys. All right, let me get a piece of that crust too.
Gotta get the crust. There you go.
That's so good. Wow. Okay, this is amazing. So tell me again, what's the topping?
So it's a white
For the
chocolate
cream cheese?
wasabi ganache. So what we do there, it's actually not spicy.
Wow.
The cream in the ganache cuts all the spice. So on the front end, you're just getting ginger and lemon.
Okay.
You're gonna get a hint of wasabi just on the back of your bite.
Wow. And I'm not a gatekeeper, so I'm gonna share with the world. But how can they find you?
So we are in Whole Foods markets between Baltimore and Northern Virginia, as well as Kroger throughout Virginia. Also our website, hiatuscheesecake.com. Our social media is Hiatus Cheesecake on Facebook and Instagram.
Seriously, guys, you gotta find it, gotta get it. It's delicious. Thank you so much.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you for coming back.
Welcome back, everyone. So in this segment, I have a very special guest in the studio with me today. I have the president and CEO of Innovation Works, Jay Nwachukwu. Jay, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me. Happy holidays.
Happy holidays. So we are in the holiday season, and as you and I were talking backstage, Root Ranch Marketplace is all about, shining light on the small businesses. And in this episode, we're kind of going beyond the Beltway of Baltimore, but really shining light on those small businesses in Maryland. But I want you to tell the audience a bit more about Innovation Works and the work that you all do here and the impact you have here in Baltimore, particularly in support of small businesses.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for having me, by the way. So Innovation Works, we're a nonprofit based here in Baltimore City. And our mission is to close the racial wealth gap. And the way we think about that is to help local social entrepreneurs and small businesses that are providing goods and services that benefit Baltimore City as a whole, that are creating jobs that are meaningful and pay well, and also running sustainable enterprises that can ultimately take care of founders, their employees, so we can grow more wealth in the city and grow our economy as a result. We also launched an affiliate organization that I also lead called Ignite Capital. That is our impact investing arm. So we can make sure that we also have access to creative capital that these small businesses need to grow and thrive as well. So 2 organizations, 1 combined mission, and an amazing team behind all that.
Amazing. So again, when we think about small business, it could really run the gamut, but Innovation Works, you have a niche particular group with that social enterprise. Can you talk a little bit more about what it means to be a social enterprise?
Yeah, for us, there's the academic version of that, and that's what it means for us.
Okay.
For us, it really just means there's some mission-centeredness in the organization. And for us, we cover small businesses and nonprofits.
And
I should say that,
nonprofits,
right?
okay.
But the mission for us has to be tied to Baltimore City's future, right? So whether you're creating jobs that are accessible to people who don't have 2-3 degrees, and you're willing to pay them well for it, you are providing early childhood education services to neighborhoods that don't have access to that luxury, which many neighborhoods don't. Or you're simply waking up every day thinking about how to use technology to transform our public school education. It runs the gamut of sectors, but we know that there are things that we're reacting to that we have big issues on. And then we have promises of the future that entrepreneurs are thinking about from an innovation standpoint. And we need to make sure that we're supplying the resources available to those entrepreneurs that are really thinking about what it takes to move our city forward in ways that are most impactful to Black communities in Baltimore.
So we know that whether you're a small business or a nonprofit, one of the biggest barriers is that access to capital.
Absolutely.
So can you tell me a little bit more about Ignite Capital, how that came about and how that is filling the gap in helping some of our small businesses and organizations overcome that barrier?
Absolutely. There's much data out there about the challenges small businesses have in accessing traditional capital, right? And there are a number of barriers that are in the way of that. If you are a mission-based small business or a nonprofit, that makes it even worse.
It's another layer.
Right? Because you are not just pursuing profit at all costs. You have a mission there, and balance sheets look a little different when you have mission, when you choose to pay well, right? And it's not all about how much you can make at the end of the day. So the way we designed our fund, really it's a resource available to the Innovation Works network of entrepreneurs that we support. It's not open, like you can't just go online and apply. Should be clear about that. But we designed it with those entrepreneurs in mind, right? So if you come up to us and say, I want to borrow some funds to help do this thing, part of our analysis, how much are you paying your employees? Because if you're not paying enough, we need to make sure you do that because it's important to our mission.
That's
and we may need to invest more to accomplish that goal, but it is important for us to do that, right? We remove traditional barriers, like we don't rely on credit scores or personal guarantees or collateral. Because most small businesses just don't
Those are
have
all the barriers.
They don't have collateral
Right.
to put up, right? That's why it's restricted to the Innovation Works network, because
That
what
are
we
in the
do
network.
in lieu of that
Yes.
is build really good, strong relationships with founders. We know their why. We know why they're doing this and why it's important to their community, and we know what they're bringing to the table. That relationship and other risk mitigation strategies in place that we put in place to help, like in lieu of those traditional things.
Yeah.
One last bit is, or two last bits. We keep the cost of capital relatively easy, so less than 6% interest
good.
on loans.
Yeah.
Because again, most small businesses operate on small margins,
That's right.
and we don't need to burden entrepreneurs with more debt
Right.
and costly debt. And the last bit is also using creative financing strategies for businesses that make sense for them. If you are a nonprofit, you should not be sitting on long-term debt if you can't afford to. If you're a manufacturer, you might need better access to lines of credit as opposed to long-term debt. So how do we make sure we're not harming businesses with bad capital as opposed to using creative tools to meet their need?
I thank you for lifting up the element of reduction of harm.
Yeah.
You know, and honestly, when I think about why I even created this platform of Root Branch Marketplace, we saw, as it related to our industry of expertise, small businesses have a barrier when it comes to branding and marketing.
Yeah.
They just don't have the budget to do it. They're literally working in their business, not necessarily on it, and certainly not on promoting it, right?
Absolutely.
And so this show does that. And in addition to a digital tool or asset, is bringing guests on like you to help them learn about other available resources that exist that can either help them develop, get the professional development they need, but also connect them to the agencies so that they can learn to do business with the state through procurement and some of those other opportunities. So we're heading in, well, we're in now, the holiday season. It's the last quarter of the year, and it's an interesting time that we're in, and folks are struggling, right?
Absolutely.
And so we want to make this show and this opportunity an opportunity for us to turn inward and support our local small businesses. So what are some of the things Innovation Works has in the works to support the local business during the holiday?
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you for that. And then before I even go into the specific resources, I would just want to just even double click on, we are in crazy times.
Yeah.
The economy is shifting around us. All the safety mechanisms we have in place in society is shifting around us. People are in more precarious situations now than we were a year ago. And a year ago wasn't pretty. It just got worse.
Right.
So it's acknowledging all of that and acknowledging that in most households, our spending will shift also this year.
Yes, it will.
Right? Because we are in uncertain times. Small businesses are already dealing with the uncertain times.
Yeah.
Rising costs of goods to make products, like typical services they use are getting more expensive. And I think that's an opportunity where, you know, we can look down the road or we can look across the country and think about all the things that are going wrong.
Yeah.
But what we have power is local.
Yes, we do.
Right, we have the ability to support local and be in community with each other. And that's really, really important in this moment. So for me, for example, in my household, right, it's when you have less resources, it begs intentionality.
Yes.
Intentionality means looking at the local business in my backyard and spending there first before I think about spending outside, right? It means that the small business that is struggling, the more of us can be more intentional with our capital this season by supporting local. It actually helps our own economy out so we can better fight against the national threats that we face. So there's a much bigger, it's not just about being nice.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
But it's self-serving
That's right.
too,
It's
because we need a
self-serving.
healthier economy.
Yes.
That said, every holiday season we publish a local gift giving guide.
I love that.
And it's really a curation of entrepreneurs that we support in our network who are making things, providing services from health and wellness to manufactured fine wood products to jewelry to plants, things that for us, intentional gift giving
Yeah.
ideas. So if you go to the Innovation Works website, on the bottom, on the footer, there should be a link to the shopping guide there. Start there. There's a lot of resources there.
I love that.
And Green Spring Market Station in Timonium, every year we curate a group of entrepreneurs to actually go take their resources out to Green Spring Station in Timonium, Lutherville, whichever one of those two.
Yeah.
So look the dates up for that. I don't have it in my head, but there are 4 entrepreneurs there that we support that we are helping take shot
I
root
love
there.
that.
So Quincy from Stem and Vine is one of them.
Yeah.
Keppel and Kismet is another. And there are 2 more that I'm going to forget. Don't Find Me. Or
Right.
Yeah.
Well, that's my stomping ground. I hang out at I'm a plug them. I hang out at Tarks and Stoneville.
You got fine taste.
Yeah. So I'm very familiar when you guys are in the marketplace out there doing your thing. I stop by as well.
Thank you.
And I also stop by for the fall feet. So Green Spring Station does a great job with lifting up the local as well. So we will underscore that as well in the show, Your Shopping Eye, because again, the whole mission of all of this is pointing us inward so that we can support each other, particularly during this holiday season. So thank you so much, Jay, for sitting down with me, for shedding some light on the great work that you guys are doing over there at Innovation Works. We're really honored to be able to lift it up here in this platform. You all do not go anywhere. There is more Marketplace to come.
Welcome back to Root Branch Marketplace, our Maryland edition episode. I'm one of your co-hosts, Kenzie B from Root Branch Media Group, and today we have with us Kelly Redmond Bagby of Mother Nature. Yay. Kelly, thanks so much for joining us on the show.
Thank you so much for having me, Kenzie. I'm super excited to be here today.
I'm excited to have you. So let's talk a little bit about what we have going on the table. So tell me first, what is Mother Nature?
Mother Nature is a wellness juicing company. We specialize in making craft beverages that are beneficial for your overall well-being. So today what we have is some really fun fruits and vegetables, and we're going to create this beautiful maroon mocktail for the holiday.
I see. And it's so good that we're prioritizing health in the holiday, because I feel like that's when, at least me, I'm on the sweets, I'm on the treats, I'm on the ham and turkey and stuff. So it's nice to know that there's ways that we can fit in the health. So tell me, what ingredients are we using for this drink?
Absolutely. So we're going to be using a red apple just to add a hint of sweetness to the beverage. We're also going to be using some ginger because I like a little zing in my beverage as well. And then we're going to add in the beets. The beets is the real special ingredient in this. Beets are really great for your heart health. A lot of people shy away from beets, but they're so good for you. And we're going to make it taste really good too.
I love it. Okay, so tell me if we can get started, if I can help out.
Yes, so we're just going to get started with just kind of chopping this not so pretty part off. Everything is washed, by the way, guys, so don't worry about that.
And I love how I can tell that this is like real ingredients.
Absolutely.
A lot of times when I'm drinking juice, I may not check the ingredients. I may not know what's going on. I may not be able to pronounce everything on the label. So keeping it simple with apple, ginger, beet is amazing for me.
And honestly, that's really all you need to make a really great beverage. I understand what it's like to go into a store and get a juice and you're seeing some ingredients that you just don't understand.
Right.
We kind of want to shy away from those, and you want to get strictly to just your simple ingredients. And luckily there are a lot of products on the market now where you have those simple ingredients available. But this is how you can make your own beverage in case you don't want to go to the store. You can make your own juice. So do you have a juicer in your house?
I do.
Ooh,
I
do you
do,
use
but
it
it's
often?
underutilized.
Okay.
It's underutilized.
That's okay. A lot of people, they have juicers in their homes. Whenever I'm out and I'm juicing at events, they always tell me they have their juicer in their basement, but it's collecting dust. I'm like, it's time for you to bring that out.
Right. And I have to say that the people I know that use juicers regularly, my mom and I see you, have beautiful skin. What is that?
Oh my God, I want to blame genetics, but I really do think juicing also helps, and just overall, just making sure you're eating healthy. I like a balanced lifestyle. So I'm not necessarily juicing every day, but I'm definitely getting in my nutrients multiple times in the week. So you just want to find your balance. That way you can stay consistent.
Okay.
And today we're using a Namawell juicer. This is one of my favorite juicers.
Okay.
This is great. It does all the cleaning for you, and it also does all the work for you. So you see how we just put it all in this chute? Yes. And what we're going to do is we're going to turn this on. and it's going to do the work for us. So we can just sit and watch, and you can watch a show and come back and it'll be good.
It's not too loud either. It's not too obnoxiously loud. So tell me, when it comes to juicing and when it comes to being a business owner, what made you want to get into the health world?
Absolutely. So 5 years ago, my sister Danielle was diagnosed with stage 4 colon cancer. So I wanted to find different ways to support her holistically. Yeah, you see it's coming on out. It's a whole situation. And I wanted to figure out how I could support my sister through her cancer diagnosis. And I did some researching, and I learned a lot about juices, and I learned a lot about herbs and different mixtures. So I was playing around with it, and then the pandemic started. I lost both of my jobs, and I was just like, well, I need to make some income, and people were already asking me, like, when are you going to start selling these juices? I wasn't as confident then. I was making some not so good ones, but I got a lot better. And then it just blossomed into a full-blown business. So 5 years later, we're here. We've pivoted a few times, but we're still here just making our name for ourselves. Yes.
I love it. And this looks beautiful. The color itself looks beautiful.
So we're going to cut this off, and then you're going to let it. That's a gorgeous maroon color that we were talking about.
It's even Christmassy.
Yes.
But I do just have to say, based off your story, it's so wonderful to hear that businesses are getting started. Your business got started with a personal mission, a personal impact with the story of your sister. And, you know, you're doing something that's healthy. It's improving people's lives. And we're about to see right now what it tastes like. I'm sure I think it's good.
Can you already smell the ginger?
I do.
It's very refreshing.
Oh my gosh.
And what we're going to do is we're just going to spice this up. This is what we call dehydrated fruit. So we like to add this as like a little garnish. You get this at a regular bar, but we want to make this work for a mocktail. So we're just going to put this in half, and I'll actually kind of move this up here.
Okay.
It's a really beautiful combination there with that yellow. This is what we're going to add as well, some turmeric.
Oh, that's good for the skin too.
Yeah,
I know that.
absolutely, yes. And it's also a great anti-inflammatory. So you kind of want to get turmeric wherever you can. It could be in a beverage. You can put it into your food. Like, you just want to be able to get it in so that you can have that anti-inflammatory benefit. And the last thing we're going to add is lemon balm. So have you heard of extracts for like herbs and things like that?
Please tell me.
Okay, so I swear by these because I take these almost every day. Lemon balm is just really great for calming your nervous system. So if you're finding yourself in just like a stressful day, a stressful week, you know, it's a lot going on.
Maybe shopping, maybe
absolutely.
your family.
And it's just so much that has happened this year.
Right.
You kind of just want to make sure you're still taking care of yourself.
Exactly.
And you can do that through something as simple as an extract. So we're going to go ahead and give you this.
This is absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah, I'm going to give you like a little straw.
Oh, thank you.
All right, you can kind of whisk it around.
This, I cannot get over the color.
It's
actually
beautiful.
It looks
it's
so
perfect for the
gorgeous.
holidays. And let's do a cheers.
Cheers. Thank you.
Ooh.
I need
this. My muscles are
This is amazing.
Yes, and it's very refreshing.
I came into this not knowing about the beets. I'm going to be very honest. I came into this. It's good. And I really am tasting mostly the apple, mostly the ginger.
Yes.
It's amazing.
Mm-hmm. I wish everyone could have this at your home.
Well, you can. So how can people interact with you?
Absolutely. So we are online at mothernature.com. We will be launching our hibiscus tea. I'm very excited to launch that as well. So that's going to be this product here. It is a hibiscus ginger. It also has some turmeric and it has some cloves and cinnamon. So it's really great for your blood pressure and your heart health. So we want to make sure we're still maintaining our health whenever we're just drinking anything. You want to put your health first.
Yes.
And this is a delicious beverage, if I must say so myself. It's been our #1 seller. So we're doing just an official relaunch in the spring.
Oh my gosh, this is amazing. Celebrating Maryland businesses is just my favorite. If y'all are in the area, our viewers at home, you need to get some Mother Nature. Like, this juice is the bomb. It's just perfect.
It's perfect.
And also Instagram, you have social media?
Yes, so we are at Mother Nature Everything. And I'm saying mother because that's how we're spelling it.
MOVA.
So Mother Nature everywhere on social media, on our website. Yeah, you can just follow us and purchase some ingredients, some products, and then just keep up with us because we give a lot of tips for how to remain healthy, not just in the wintertime, but just throughout the year.
Okay. Well, Kelly, I can't wait to get my mom some of this for the holiday season. And thank you so much for joining us at the Root Branch Marketplace. It was a pleasure.
Thank you, Kinsey.
Stay tuned, y'all. We have another segment coming up. Cheers!
Welcome back, everyone. So in this segment, I am sitting down with yet another good friend of mine, our dear Senator Cory McCray here in Baltimore City. Senator McCray, welcome to the show.
Oh, thank you for the opportunity.
So we've had representation from county to county, and it's been quite incredible. So as a senator standing and representing us in Annapolis, can you talk about, from your lens, what you all are doing from the state level to support small businesses across the state?
Yeah, first, I just want to lift you and say, you stay in my timeline, and I just love how you move in a space of excellence, just unduplicatable. I love the spirit, but more importantly, that the energy is transferable, if I can lean in and say that. And when I think of in the state of Maryland, when we think about our small businesses, I think about people like Mr. Thorpe. Mr. Thorpe has been teaching young Black folks, brown folks how to swim for decades. And before him, it was actually his dad that was teaching folks how to swim with 4M Swim Club. And I can remember him moving in the same level of excellence that you do. Young people walk out of there, they don't know if they're gonna be able to swim, and then you know what they start? I can't believe I can swim. And he was asking about a space. And I was just like, Mr. Thorpe, how is it a hard time for you finding a space? We were able to locate a space for him on Walther and Northern Parkway, several acres. It has moved through the Board of Estimates, the city of Baltimore, but the state of Maryland has a responsibility in this too. We were able to secure him $750,000 in the last budget and $450,000 in this budget to make sure that he walks into that space with equity. And I was like, from a programmatic standpoint, they've been doing it for decades. They understand the dynamics, but these are the amenities. These are the different spaces that we need in our neighborhood. And I can't wait till we cut a ribbon on that facility.
That is amazing. I mean, we always talk about representation and why it matters, but you are, really for the people, of the people. And so you take our stories to Annapolis. So because you sit in the position you sit, so do we. And you're able to talk about his story in a room like that. And like you said, move legislation, move dollars to be able to make that level of impact. And really what we've created here with Marketplace, it's mirroring that, but it's coming from the marketing lens of it, because so many small businesses, they're working in their businesses and they're learning how to work on their business. So part of this show is helping them connect the dot of how they do what they do, but now how they can do it in procurement, how they can do it in connection with doing business with the state, because there are real opportunities there. Can you talk about that?
First, as a son of Baltimore, I just love my city, I love my people. And I tell folks, when I get to that body, I have a clear understanding that I have a different lived experience than many of my colleagues, but more importantly, I have a responsibility in making sure that exactly what Root Branch Marketplace is doing, amplify the conversation for our folks. And this is so important. When I think about the $60+ billion budget, I serve on the Budget and Taxation Committee. I'm one of 13 members chopping up a $60+ billion budget, but also making sure that we're reflective in that budget, making sure that we hold on to our principles, our values. While 50,000 may not be a big equation in 60 billion, it is a big equation for a number of small businesses that exist. I think that it's important to give examples. So when I think of small businesses, I think about a young man by the name of Marcus Walker. Marcus Walker has an organization, A Strong Foundation. And when I think about Marcus Walker and how he was developing a multi-unit for Morgan State University students. And then I said to Marcus, do you have an understanding of how the state could be a partner? And what we did 2 years ago was I told him we were working in this neighborhood, the 4x4, 700+ homes, 200+ vacancies on 4 streets, Lindale, Elmore, Ravenwood, and Emily. Marcus immediately went and picked up a property in the 2100 block of Bel Air Road. We helped subsidize that. The property was vacant for decades. Then he just picked up 3130 on Ravenwood Avenue. And what we see is on a small scale that we're bringing about homeowners. So pouring into this young man, another son of Baltimore, making sure that we can uplift instead of always doing the traditional partners, figuring out how do you build out folks that may have be in the same space as you from an entrepreneurial standpoint. I'll leave it there.
Right. Wow, that is an incredible story. So Again, I know you're doing work, you're representing us, but you've also taken your own experience and you've put it in the form of a book. So I wanted to create space and opportunity as well, because it is the holiday shopping season and your book is incredible. So it needs to be in every household and every home. So can you talk to us a bit about your book without giving it away, what's it about, but also let us know how we can also get a copy.
So when I think about the apprenticeship that saved my life, I think about a journey that took me 3 years in order to get to a final product. But as a son of Baltimore that faced challenges throughout the city, whether it's the DJS system, whether it's the adult system, I think about the young students, I think about the mom or dad, I think about the guidance counselor, I think about the mentors, the teachers that may be in the same experience that I was 20 years ago, trying to put that puzzle together. And I reflect back on the 20 years of knowledge capture that I may have, and then put that in writings in a layman terms way where I can storytell, but I can also teach. And when I think about that, I reflect back, I graduated from Fairmont Harford on Harford and 25th, and I didn't even know about apprenticeships. It was my mom. I tell folks, by the grace of God, I had a mother that never gave up on her son. So my mom reached out to the Maryland Department of Labor. She said, send me every apprenticeship program in the state of Maryland. And luckily, I'm accepted into the IBEW. From there, I tell folks I'm also an entrepreneur. I've been purchasing homes up and down Bel Air Road since I was 20 years of age. You know, I got my training wheels in the house, and I'm currently serving in my second term in the state Senate. And I reflect back and say, do they have to find out about it like I did? Can we help them earlier, middle school, high school, from that standpoint? And this is just the byproduct of that 20 years of knowledge capture, trying to share it with my people.
I love that. Thank you again so much, Senator McCray. This is an excellent read for those of you all who are interested in getting a hold of a copy of The Apprenticeship That Saved My Life. Senator McCray, how can I get the book?
When I think of my friend Tia over at Urban Reads, when I think of my friend Katie over at Snugs Books, when I think about the Ivy Bookshop, please shop small, shop local, and it's a number of bookstores that would love to service you with The Apprenticeship That Saved My Life.
Amazing. You heard it here. Do not go anywhere. There is more Marketplace to come.
Hi everybody, I'm Chris here at the Root Branch Marketplace, and I want to talk to you about Detail Wizards. Our friend John Waring will get your car ready for the holidays, detailing those cars, making them look good. You know, winter weather is here, there's salt out there on the roads, there's snow. It really takes a lot of effort to keep your car looking good so you can show up to those holiday parties in style. So check out John. Packages range from $70 to $350, and there's a holiday special running right now. If you spend $300, you'll receive $50 toward your purchase. They're located at 10606 Beaver Dam Road in Cockeysville, and you can find them online at detailwizards.com.
Welcome back to Root Branch Marketplace. I'm one of your co-hosts, Kenzie, and today we have with us Isaiah Bullock of Lux Clean Solutions. Isaiah, thank you so much for joining us at the show.
Thank you.
Yeah, so tell me a little bit about Lux Clean Solutions.
So Lux Clean Solutions is a janitorial services company. We provide janitorial services, we provide post-construction cleaning services, we also provide event cleaning services. But a key component to Lux Clean Solutions is our Impact brand, okay? So that's called Impact League. And through our services, we endeavor to gather veterans, community members, community leaders. And, you know, as I'm a veteran, I served in the Marine Corps for 8 years. I endeavor to give back. I'm a service person, I'm a serviceman. And through my service with the Marine Corps, I've kind of brought that into my cleaning, right? So not just the cleaning part, keeping it at a high standard, but also the giving back to the community part. So what we do at Impact League is we want to clean, all right? We want to fix up boxes, we want to revitalize the community that we live in. As you know, When you're in a clean environment, you're just more equipped, you're more willing.
Right.
You don't have to worry about junk everywhere.
Right.
You can get your job done. It helps with the numbers.
No, I couldn't agree more. And as, you know, a producer on the show and working with the camera crew at Root Branch Media Group, that's something we think is really important too. You can be more creative when you do have a clean space. So it's definitely important. So tell me a little bit more about your marine background and how that has carried through and transferred over to your Lux Clean Solutions journey.
Absolutely. So 8 years in the Marine Corps. The Marines are one of the highest caliber of warrior that we have in our great nation. And the service that we provide is top of the line. Honor, courage, commitment is the Marine Corps core values, but they're also my core values. I bring that discipline that I learned in the Marine Corps to my workplace, and I bring it to my company, Lux Clean Solutions. And when we're cleaning or when we're refurbishing the community or revitalizing something, I bring that with me. And I also use that to kind of teach people, right? You don't know what it is to be a Marine or a military person until you've been there. So those teachings go further than just my time in the Marine Corps. So I use that as well.
So for our small business viewers at home watching, we featured a number of different small businesses on the show just for this episode and over the course of the seasons of Root Branch Marketplace. So for your clientele, what are some of the facilities and organizations, where do you mostly provide cleaning services?
Our services are vast, okay? So we do buildings predominantly. So let's say right now we are working with McVet. They are a facility that teaches veterans and also provides resources for veterans. It's a campus setting, and so we clean campuses. We clean facilities that store food. The only thing we're not cleaning at the moment is residential, but in terms of an apartment complex, we'll clean the surrounding areas, the lobby, and things like that.
Okay, that is fantastic. Thank you so much for letting us know. Along with the services, do you also have any original products, or is it primarily services?
Right now, it's primarily services, but I think in the future, products is something that we want to broach because we're talking about people, right? When we're cleaning, that product is left behind. So we don't want to leave anything behind that's going to be detrimental to our humans.
Right.
You know?
So you have an amazing story, and even with that addition, we know that there's going to be a lot more great stuff in your future. So for folks at home who are interested in engaging with Lux Clean Solutions, where can they find you? How should they engage?
They can find us, we have a website. It's luxcleansolutions.com. We are currently building on that website. You can find a few things on that website. You can email us at luxcleansolutionsllc@gmail.com. You can also give us a call at 410-627-4473 or 443-853-0147. Okay, when you do that, you're gonna be directed to me, and I'm happy to tell you everything that we provide in our services and also how we kind of operate our Impact League. And remember, the Impact League is our social community mission, or impact mission, if you will.
100%. That's why we love celebrating small businesses and working with small businesses, because it's just it's a quality and it's a one-on-one style of service that you can't really find anywhere else. So we definitely appreciate you being on the show with us here today. Isaiah, thank you so much.
Thank you all for having me.
Of course. And viewers at home, don't go anywhere. We have more Root Branch Marketplace coming up.
I'm Jody Marshauser. I am the tourism manager for Harford County with Hello Harford. We are just a very friendly place. It is a small town feel with just some amazing entrepreneur, small businesses, community members that have been there for a long time, new people who have moved up there, and just the passion and buzz that we have in the county is infectious. That's just really, it's great to see all the people and how people come together and really try to do different things for each other. Small businesses are really our backbone. We support them all throughout the year. We do different things in economic development, which is where tourism falls. Doing things with small business loans, with different training programs that are free to the businesses. And Small Business Saturday is really an opportunity to highlight and celebrate all the things they do throughout the year. So we have 3 different Main Street districts, all lined with different small business shops, with dining, lots of opportunity for Small Business Saturday, and even throughout the holiday season. We're really excited because we have built things around it. We have built holiday, even small markets, music's piping through the main streets, lights are strung and lined throughout. We have train gardens. We really want to make it a place that people spend the day, spend the weekend, come up and just celebrate and support the neighbors and support the community and really, enjoy all the things we have to offer. So we have our website, Hello Hartford. So we really just want to be a resource. We want to make it easy. We want to support all these great businesses that are out there every day working hard. And it's important to support them now and to support them throughout the year. These are passionate entrepreneurs and we're just excited to be able to support them.
So my name is Sean Banks. I'm a proud Baltimore native. As they say, I'm from over east. I was born on Bond Street. And my biggest accomplishment at the earliest age I can remember is I was a Def Jam producer. So I became a record producer very early. I was only about 22. Learned so much, from that environment. We were the best. Kevin Liles, Lee Orr, Julie Greenwald, and the whole team. I got an education you can't pay money for. Well, even though on my father's side, my family's from South Carolina, and like most people on my mother's side, my family's from North Carolina, my grandfathers were businessmen, and they both moved to Baltimore at some point in their life. And they were both economically savvy, so they took care of everybody. And one thing I learned, my great-grandfather, the one I look exactly like, Smokey Mason, worked at Bethlehem Steel. So back then, you could support a whole family with that income, which he did. He's passed away, so I can also divulge he also had gambling houses. So, that's my mix. Being in Baltimore, which is, the true nickname is First City. If people don't know, a lot of firsts happened here. And once you learn the history, like I've been telling artists forever, you got to go study Pennsylvania Avenue. This is the first Harlem. This is the first place. If you were a big artist, you had to come here. So Billie Holiday and Cab Calloway and U.B. Blake and all of those people, get into that history, because Maryland history is super rich. This is also where the War of 1812 was thwarted, right? Like Britain came back to take America back, and they burned D.C. to the ground. But it was the militias from Baltimore and the Eastern Shore of Maryland that said, nah, kill Admiral Cockburn, William Ball, a black man, and we took it to the streets and we won. So we don't talk British. We were getting ready to be taken back over. But now we're Baltimore, and it's a powerful city, small city, but very powerful. So Dr. Vanya Pettigrew is a powerful woman. I got the chance to meet her a little while ago, and she gave me a tour of the building and kind of what she's doing, especially with the kids and in media, which is, the only thing America exports is films and media. So storytelling and capturing businesses and narratives is super important. On my list is number one. And I am fully in support of this business, her crew, her staff, because that's what it takes. We're all an ecosystem, and we all work together for the good, and if one is not doing well, we are all in danger. So that's how I live. Money is a tool. A lot of movies have made it seem like rich men, they're evil. No, they're not. Money is a tool. What you do with it is a magnifier. If you're a good person, you'll be a better person. If you're a bad person, you'll be a worse person once you gain funds. But nothing impacts your well-being or your livelihood other than money. So you should know everything about it. There was a business that has gone out of business that I didn't even know was going out of business, which was T-Volve. And I wanted to have a meeting there. And we went to it and looked at the door. They were scraping the sign off. To me, that's sad, because I knew the owners. I was participating and patronizing them, but obviously enough of us were not. So remember, if you like a business and you like what they do, you like the products that they give you, support the business. It's all choices. We all have choices, but if you look at them like a family, then you should support your family first. One thing I do is with my friends, if someone has a business, sometimes we feel like, well, they should do it for free. No, they should be the first people you pay. They should be the first people you support because you want them to continue that business and enjoy their services and products. So let's support each other. That's my message. You know, I consider this an honor. I am humbled because your effort to help bring attention and bring business to other businesses is nothing more important, because even though we know their businesses, there's somebody behind that business. It's somebody trying to support their life. They have other employees, and we need to understand the importance of supporting each other. I have not done as good a job as I could have through the years in doing things like this, and I need to do more of it because I'm influential in other industries, but this is my city. I want all these businesses to survive and be thriving. So this is super important to me.
Welcome back to the Root Branch Marketplace. I'm one of your co-hosts, Kenzie B. And today we have a returning guest, Kimberly from Kimberly Services. Kim, thanks so much for joining us on the show again.
Thank you for having me. I enjoy being here.
Yeah, so I know you were on last year and we were talking about tax season, tax policies, but for folks who didn't watch last season, can you just let me know a little bit about what Kimberly Royster Services is?
So, I will tell you, I've been in accounting over 20 years, and the biggest thing I found was that a lot of small businesses did not have the resources to understand how to grow, how to scale, and how to really build their businesses. Nothing wrong with having a mom and pop shop, but nobody really wants to stay in their business forever. So really the goal is to come out of that business higher so that you can actually enjoy yourself and not always be in the business. So when they say work on the business and not in the business, that's the goal that I work with to help. Also support nonprofits in that same space and helping them scale and build, and also support them to make sure they stay in compliance. Compliance is one of the most important things for for-profit and nonprofit businesses.
Right, because so many times you have someone who has a passion for baking, a passion for doing hair, a salon, these nonprofit passions. And when it comes to the finances and the tax, it may be overwhelming. So what's one piece of advice, or how do you tackle that with your businesses?
So I always tell everyone, make sure you have a paper day. That is one of the most important things. Just making sure you have a day that you look at your bills, you look at your numbers. Maybe you don't like looking at numbers, but it's super important. We can't pay bills without it.
Right.
And you can't run your business without knowing what your numbers are. Making sure that we're looking at how much I'm spending, but not only that, am I charging enough? That's what I find one of the most absolute important things is, am I charging enough? And a lot of people are understating themselves. So because I get to see the numbers, I'm like, you should be charging like double your cost. So when I say that, a lot of people are like, well, I'm gonna lose clients. And I'm like, you're gonna gain better. So regardless, a lot of times when you increase your costs, you only lose the clients that really weren't for you. But the benefit is really knowing when and how, what's happening in your business. So when should I be looking at things? Do you have a bookkeeper or an accountant? And are you growing outside of that bookkeeper and accountant is really important as well.
Right. Well, let's talk about that. Humble businesses that may not be confident to raise their prices, and especially during the holiday season when shopping is at an upsurge, engagement may be at an upsurge. How would you tell those businesses, okay, it may be time to up those prices?
Ultimately, it's just an annual process. To me, every year, like I can tell you, I use a software and it automatically tells me to add 10%. At any time, your contract should be increasing, because not only if they stay with you for a year, or if they're returning to buy products, it's because your products are good. So it's not because they're cheap, it's because you have good products. So if you have good products, people will pay for it.
Right.
Everything is in inflation, so why can't your price increase with it?
So Kim, tell me a little bit more about your services. How can businesses be impacted from what you do?
So what I find is most people are saying, I have a bookkeeper, but they really don't know their numbers.
Okay.
They're ready to scale, but how do I scale if I don't have the funding, I don't make enough money? How do I get to that next space? That is what I do. So as a CFO, I am looking at beyond the numbers. So I'm not only helping you understand what your numbers are, but helping you see the vision beyond those numbers, what those numbers mean today and what those numbers can do in the next year, 2, 10 years as well. A lot of people don't think about an exit plan to their business. So making sure we have a plan to exit. As health happens, we aren't prepared for those health challenges. So making sure we have preparation, compliance, all of those things inside of your business so that you're ready to go to the next space.
That's so important. That really is so important. So Kim, what could be one sign that businesses should think about reaching out to you?
Ooh, I think it's funny because I'm not quite sure the best sign, but ultimately I do say, and I had a conversation today where a lady was saying, I have a bookkeeper and we meet every month, but she didn't have tax planning.
Okay.
She also didn't have strategy. Strategy, especially in the climate we're in right now, you have to be strategizing. You have to have a real plan to how you're going to move because you have competition, obviously, but then you also have other resources, other opportunities that are outside that we are not considering. So if we really put a plan in order and a plan in place, you will follow that plan faster and better. Majority of my clients double their income in a year.
Whoa.
And it's ultimately just because they weren't looking at their number.
Right.
I always find that we're getting rid of at least probably 5 expenses that they've been paying every month that they don't even use. Or they can eliminate and buy one software that does everything for half the price.
You sound like a magic worker. I don't know. You sound like you're doing some magical stuff over at that business. Kim, so for businesses that are interested in reaching you, contacting you, where can they find you?
Oh, I'm everywhere, actually. So we are a virtual accounting firm. So we work in 35 states at the moment.
Whoa.
Right. So
congratulations.
Thank you. But also social media, you can definitely find me. Follow us, Kimberly Services LLC. I am on LinkedIn, Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. You can also reach out, website, KimberlyServicesLLC.com, and you can shoot me an email. Feel free, info@KimberlyServicesLLC.com. We're here to serve you.
Perfect. Well, Kim, it was a pleasure having you on the show.
Thank you.
Yes, I hope you have a happy holiday season.
Same to you.
And for y'all watching at home, don't go anywhere. We have more Root Branch Marketplace coming right up.
Hello, this is Prince George's County Executive Aisha Braveboy. As we enter this holiday season, I want to encourage everyone to shop local and shop small. Prince George's County is home to an incredible community of small businesses that bring creativity, culture, and opportunity to every corner of our county. Whether you're a longtime resident or visiting for the holidays, I invite you to explore the wonderful local entrepreneurs who are making our county special. Root Branch Marketplace is helping to highlight the businesses and the leaders who support our state, connecting our community with people who work tirelessly to keep it thriving. When you choose to shop small, you're not only buying a product, you're investing in the future of Maryland's economy. Thanks for watching Root Branch Marketplace.
Today's By Maryland set was brought to you by Brittany Bagley of B-Lux Event Rentals. The spirit of this show is really about illuminating and shining light on the incredible small businesses right here in Maryland. So we're extremely grateful for Brittany allowing us to use some of her gorgeous, luxurious set pieces to bring this segment to life. If you like what you have seen here, please support her by visiting her website at bluxrentals.com.
All our relatives won't stop talking. I got business with you.
I am Julian Jones. I'm a councilman in Baltimore County. It is extremely important to shop small and shop local during this holiday season because, to be quite frank, our local and small businesses need your money. The big box stores, they have enough. Your money is turned over more in our community when you shop small. It has a bigger impact right here in our community. I love Baltimore and Maryland, mainly Baltimore because this is my home. I was born and raised here. I love the history of Baltimore, and I love the revitalization that's taken place in some of its older communities. So there's this mix of history when you see the Shot Tower and you see Fort McHenry, and then at the same time you see new communities sprouting up. So that's why I love Baltimore. I think Maryland is a beautiful place. It has everything from Western Maryland, where you're way in the burbs, to the center of the state, which is Baltimore, to the shore, Ocean City. So Maryland is beautiful.
Only present that I really need is to cozy up beside the Christmas tree with you on our Christmas.
Hi, my name is Simone Phillips. I'm the creator and founder of Charm City Table, Baltimore's favorite social media platforms for all things restaurants and fun things to do in Baltimore. And I'm here at Root Branch Marketplace reviewing Natasha's Just Brittle and Be More Cafe's Brunch Box. So over here we have Natasha's Brittle. The reason I love Natasha's Brittle and Be More Made with Pride is because their small business supports not only just Natasha's Bakery, it supports so many other small businesses. So you can go in there and try so many different kinds of treats. Today we have a snickerdoodle here, perfect for the holidays. I've never had Natasha's snickerdoodle before, so I'm really excited to try it. It's nice and soft and gooey. So I'm gonna go ahead and give Natasha's snickerdoodle a taste. That's good. Of course it's sweet, it's a cookie, but it's not too sweet. It's nice and crispy and buttery, and just I could see enjoying that with a nice cup of coffee. Now over here we have the brunch box. This actually comes when you order it. It comes in this beautiful box. It has fruit, stuffed French toast, pancakes, has chicken tenders, and muffins, and a bunch of other things. And so if you want brunch for yourself or for the family, you can just pick it up over at Be More Cafe. So yeah, let's try to give this a taste. Where should I start? There's so much. I'm a chicken and waffles person, so let me start with the chicken over here. Take a tiny bite. That's good. The chicken is well seasoned. It's almost like, yeah, it's very Southern, I feel like. It's like your grandma's fried chicken, nice and juicy. And I think it will go well, maybe a chicken and waffles or a pancake and waffles here. Right over here, we have an apple spice bread pudding, which sounds absolutely amazing. If you look at it from the top, it's like a nice caramelized apple on top. I'm really excited to try this, and it's kind of set like a muffin. So perfect for breakfast, and let's go ahead and give this a little taste. Ooh, it's nice and moist too. I love that. Good bread pudding. All right, I kind of want a piece of this apple on top too, just to get a little bit of everything in a bite. I love that. That is absolutely delicious. Of course, you get a little bit of spice, but the apple and the softness from the bread pudding really just comes through. I think that's probably my favorite bite I've had. Absolutely delicious. Of course, we have grapes. Grapes are grapes. But I do want to give this stuffed French toast a try. Let's see. I wonder what this is stuffed with. Oh yeah. It's like a nice cream cheese filling maybe I'm getting like some pumpkin or something. That's kind of what I'm getting from this. Very fall, very delicious. I think this brunch box is definitely something that everyone should order, especially with the holiday season coming up. This is giving me like fall, winter vibes. Everything is very well seasoned, very delicious, and made with love, as everything at Be More Pride Cafe is. If you want to support Natasha's Brittle or Be More Cafe and purchase the brunch box or her cookies, you can head to the store. They're also doing a crowdfunding special right now, where if you purchase anything from the store, you can earn rewards, which I think is awesome. So thank you to Root Branch Marketplace, and stay tuned for more.
Welcome back to the Root Branch Marketplace. Again, I'm one of your co-hosts, Kenzie B, and I'm here with the wonderful Kim from Words with Boards. Kim, thanks so much for joining us today.
Thanks for having me, Kenzie.
Yes, so honestly, every single segment that we've done on this kitchen has featured your work. So please, tell me a little bit about this piece.
Yeah, so this is one of our round cutting boards, and this is our signature style where we do the words cut out of the top. So first names, last names, nicknames, whatever you want, we'll cut them out of the wood for you. So this is cherry wood.
Wow.
And our 16-inch.
It's beautiful. And then we also have,
so this is maple, and this is our large horizontal. This is one of our most popular styles. And again, you know, anything you want on the top. There are limits with character limits depending on the size and the style, but everything is hand cut literally with a scroll saw. A human being standing in front of a scroll saw actually hand cutting all these letters out.
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
wow.
so it's not like push a button on a computer and it spits it out.
Wow.
These are all handmade.
That's amazing. And then I even see the imprint of Marketplace on each of the boards. So how is that done?
So that's laser engraved. So we do have a big industrial laser engraver. So we can do other things as well. Like some people want like the wedding date on here or some sort of, you know, laser engraved saying.
Beautiful. So tell me, Kim, how did you get into this line of work?
In wood shop in 9th grade, I made one.
I love that.
Yeah, when they used to have wood shop, and I'm like dating myself. Yeah.
No, I had wood shop.
Did you too?
Yes.
Okay, all right. So it had chop cut out of the top, and my mom kept it for a long time. And my husband and I had leftover butcher blocks, sort of, you know, countertop, and we made them for family and friends. And then just snowballed. Early on, we got on the radar of Martha Stewart, and then when we were on Oprah's favorite things list on her holiday list.
Goodness.
So that really blew us up and put us on the map.
That's amazing. And I think too, like having something physical that you can utilize at home, utilize in the kitchen, but also commemorate something. It can be something that you remember by. So what would you say is probably the most popular design that people get?
I would say this is the most popular, although this year, for whatever reason, the round boards, our sales for the round boards has up 20%. So people are loving this shape.
Right.
You know, because it's a little different. It's more of a serving piece. So I would say this year it's round or this shape.
Okay. So this is a holiday show, and I know we're encouraging our viewers to shop local, shop small. So tell me, how could these be utilized for gifts when Christmas is coming up?
Yeah, I mean, everybody needs a gift, right? So yeah, again, these are great. You can do first names, last names, nicknames, sayings, house addresses.
That's an amazing home-warming gift. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, really anything you can think of, we can do.
Oh, wow.
So you make it and we'll create it for you. And we have a lot of other things on the website. Everything is made locally, American made. We plant a tree for everyone we sell, every cutting board we sell.
Really?
Yep.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I didn't know
so
that.
we're really, you know, about community and giving back. So, and we're right here in Baltimore, right in the city.
Wow.
Everything's made here in Baltimore, Maryland.
That is absolutely amazing. So I just kind of have a logistics question. It's so beautiful. It's almost like a piece of art. Are they durable too? Can we actually use them as cutting boards or charcuterie boards?
Absolutely. Yeah. So this is butcher block, and it's pretty thick, as you can see. We do it butcher block so it doesn't warp.
Okay.
And yeah, they can absolutely be used as cutting and serving boards. We have another product on our website called an end grain cutting board, which if you really need like a heavy duty chopping board, I would recommend that.
Okay.
But this, I mean, I have 3 of these sitting on my counter and I use them all the time.
Oh, wow. See, this would be perfect for my sister. She's always hosting.
Yeah.
And so when she's hosting, she's like looking for different beautiful plates and cups
Right.
and things. Because it's like, you don't want to always just set your stuff out on a regular paper
Yeah.
plate or a regular napkin. So
Right.
this is amazing. So Kim, for people who are interested in purchasing, getting these custom made, how can they find you? How can they reach you?
Yeah, so they can reach us at wordswithboards.com. And I like to say it's like words with friends, but words with boards. As a reminder to people, because it's kind of a tongue twister to say.
Okay,
But,
gotcha. And then do these ship? Do they get picked up? How can they?
Either way. So we ship all over the world, actually.
Oh, wow.
But for local people in Baltimore,
Mhm.
they can order on our website, and there is an option for local pickup.
Okay.
So if they choose that option, they can just come to our wood shop and studio, which is in the Hamden Woodbury area, and pick it up.
Awesome. Well, y'all heard it here first, so you know what to get your family, friends, loved ones for the holiday season. Kim, thanks so much for joining us on the show.
Thanks, Kenzie.
Yes, and for y'all, don't go nowhere. We have more Root Branch Marketplace coming up.
My name is A.T. McCowan. I am a professional mixed martial art champion 3 times, explains 3 belts. I am the Shogun middleweight champion and the Aries Fight Series light heavyweight champion. I could go in order. So I won my first title back in 2024, 2023, one of those two. It was on the cusp. Beat Darren Costa for that title earlier this year. Got to move up a weight class down in Tennessee for the Aries Fight Series light heavyweight championship. This one was on a 3-week notice, so that was very, very fun. And then brings us to this one from this past Saturday. Again, fighting Darren Costa. He was the reigning defending champion for the last 3 or 4 years or so. So it was only right that I give him another shot at fighting for his belt, but it just ended in the 3rd round TKO, the same way this one did. So I got into this line of work as I was going into my junior year of college. I realized I enjoy hitting people more than I enjoy hitting books. So I got with a team called First Coast Full Contact down in Jacksonville, Florida. I was training with them for a while, and that's just where it all started. And ever since then, just been consistent with the steam. I mean, I did take a 2-year layoff to put myself in the workforce, but quickly realized that isn't where I really want to be at. I enjoy putting fist to face, so I went back to doing that. Well, at one point, we had no other option but to shop local, especially being of our pigmentation. At one point, we were only allowed to shop with our people, and I think it is very important to keep your dollars in your community. Whenever you keep your dollars in your community, community grows, and I think that's very important. I'm not really sure what it looks like for major brands whenever they are giving back to communities, but I know it's usually just for a tax write-off versus keeping your dollars at one of the small local businesses. You know that they're going to do something. You know that they're more than likely going to be feeding the kids of the neighborhoods or giving back with, like, as we are coming up into Thanksgiving season. It's mostly going to be the small local businesses and the local artists that are giving back to the community. It will not be none of these major brands like, I almost want to drop names, but we aren't going to. We are using this space for the small businesses, so let's keep highlighting them. Let's take care of them in the same way that they take care of us. It feels great being in the RBMG studio. Feels really nice having all these bright lights on me and being the center of focus, especially when it comes with the cosigns of Dr. Pettigrew. I mean, like she said, champions roll together, so we're here rolling.
Welcome back to the Root Branch Marketplace. I'm Dr. Monier Pettigrew, and we are talking all things small business this holiday season, and we're shopping the state of Maryland. And we have been getting support and feedback from all across our great state, not only from our different counties, but also some of our flagship sports teams. So I am so honored to have with us today a representative from the Baltimore Orioles. We have Jennifer Grandal with us. Jen, thank you so much for joining us on the show.
Thank you so much for having me. Happy to be here, and especially happy to see you on your festive set.
Yeah, so we love the holidays. We love this time of the year. And as a small business ourselves, we know how important it is to end the year strong and the quarter strong. And when you are a small shop, sometimes it's hard to compete with like the big box stores and all of those things. So being able to rally around our small businesses in this season and having support from agencies and entities like the Orioles, it sends a resounding message that we stand united in this work. So when we placed the call to you guys, why was it so important for you all to be a part of what we're doing here today?
Well, one of the most important things that we can all do is support small business, because that is the engine that helps Maryland and Baltimore run. And we're very fortunate because at the Orioles, we drive a lot of economic impact to the state of Maryland and the city of Baltimore by bringing fans in for games. And we do that 162 times a year. Think about that, the number of games, actually 81 at Camden Yards, but fans everywhere watching games, the rest of our 81 games throughout the city of Baltimore. And we know how much those small businesses around Camden Yards, downtown, in the outskirts of Baltimore rely on the Orioles. And we take that very seriously. And we certainly encourage our fans to be supportive of any small business store on the corner.
That's so awesome to hear, Jen, because again, you know that in Baltimore, it is birdland all the way around. We have huge hometown pride, and to know that our home teams stand with us in this work, it is so significant and it means so much. So what is the message you would have to all the fans in the state of Maryland for shopping local this holiday season?
We hope that all of our fans will support small business and the Root Branch Marketplace by shopping small and remembering it is part of Maryland pride. We should share our Maryland pride and much beyond our borders, and remind everybody what makes Maryland and really our city so special and so unique. And whether that's food or special gifts that are created. I know for me personally, holiday gifts, I've done all Maryland, made in Maryland gifts when I first started with the team 8 years ago. And whether it's soap or there's so many great businesses around to support it. And the Orioles are very happy to have their support as well.
Thank you so very much. Don't go anywhere, guys. There's more Root Branch Marketplace to come. And we have some more amazing guests popping in to show their statewide pride.
Welcome back to Root Branch Marketplace. You already see what's on the table. Y'all know I'm excited about this. We have a beautiful dish from Emanuela's Cuisine. Emanuela, thank you so much for joining us.
Yes, thank you for having me.
Oh, thank you for making this.
Of course.
This looks amazing. So tell me, what do we have on the plate? Because I know y'all mouths are watering at home, so please.
Okay, so today we have I brought my two top dish, which is the glazed blackened salmon and the Haitian mac and cheese. So I'm a caterer, licensed and insured in Baltimore. I specialize in Haitian American, Caribbean cuisine. I do a little bit of everything. I try to feed everyone's palate. That's the goal.
Well, I'm ready to get my palate fed. This looks amazing. This looks so good. So please tell me a little bit about how you started your business.
So I started my business because the love I have for food, right? I love food. My fiance, I was cooking for my fiance, and he was like, you know what, you should try selling dinners. And I was like, maybe I should. So I did that, and I started selling dinners before the pandemic, and I got great reviews. So when I got the great reviews, I was like, let me do festivals. I did the Moonrise Festival right before the pandemic, and people were raving. I started with chicken skewers, so people were raving about that. And then when the pandemic happened, I started going full throttle on dinners. I was doing 40, 50, 60, 70 dinners a day, to where when we started opening up, people were doing a lot of pop-up events, so I was popping up everywhere.
I love it. And I think that's so important for small businesses. Just get out there, right? Like, just get your name heard. As soon as they see the plate speaks for itself, because it's speaking to me right now.
Absolutely.
So let's dig in. So tell me, I'm going to try a bite. Tell me a little bit about how you create the salmon, what ingredients go into it.
Oh yeah, so I can't even tell you all of that. Okay, like
we can't give away any secrets on the show. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. Yes, but as far as like the Haitian mac and cheese, I tell people this all the time. The Haitian mac and cheese is tradition, but I didn't fully tradition it. I made it without meat, because usually made with ham, but it's like bell peppers, onions, Haitian seasoning, cheese. But like I said, I did it without the meat so I can accommodate all my customers. Everybody doesn't like meat in their side, so I try to, I know I get that a lot.
I don't even know.
I get that a lot.
At this point, I need some time with this. But this is amazing. Wow. So this salmon is delicious. It's sweet. It's savory. I love the glaze.
Yes.
And honestly, my one thing, I love salmon so much, but you did the skin well too. I can tell that the skin is seasoned. The skin is seasoned too.
Yes, it's tender. I think that's key to when I cook the salmon. So it doesn't dry out.
This cheese. I would do a cheese pull, y'all, but I don't want it to get messy. This looks amazing. Let me try. You said Haitian mac and cheese.
Haitian mac and cheese. Yeah. Literally, like, that's how I grew my business. That's one of my dishes that took off. That's how I was able to get my name out there. I'm a traveler as well, so you can catch me in New York, you can catch me in Cali, you can catch me in Raleigh, you can catch me wherever. I'm wherever you want me to be. I tell people that all the time.
Emmanuel, I'm not speechless often. I'm very speechless over this food. Like, there are no words. It's seasoned to perfection. I really haven't tasted mac and cheese like this before.
Thank you.
And it's so delicious. It's rich, but you also have like a cut. It's a little fresh too. Like, I can tell you use like real herbs, real spices.
Absolutely.
And it just pairs so well with the salmon. Like, I really could. This is amazing.
Thank you. Thank you.
Well, Emmanuel, I know everybody's mouth at home is watering. So for people interested in having you cater maybe their events, their holiday events, it's the holiday season. We have events coming up, workshops, anything. Where can they find you?
So I always tell my customers to follow me on my social media. That's where I post all my events in my bio, as well as Facebook. That's where I post my events in my Facebook. Like I said, I do a lot of pop-up markets, festivals in Baltimore, all over DMV. So you can call me or you can email me, info@emmanuellis.com, or you can Google me, emmanuellis.com, for your ratings, because it's 5-star reviews. So that way you can have an idea what you're getting, and it's also pictures, because we eat with our eyes. So I try to make sure that I have a lot of pictures so you guys can know what you're getting as well. But yeah, for catering, look, call me as soon as you can get on my schedule, because I'm always booked and busy.
She's gonna get booked up, y'all.
I'm always booked and busy.
So I'm so grateful to be able to try this today. It's so wonderful having you on the show. And also, I just want to state that we had Greater Baltimore Urban League also on the show, which you have connections with, and they connected you with us to be on the show as well. So please tell me a little bit about that relationship.
Okay, so that relationship is very crazy. So I met Shia. Who
we had on the show.
Absolutely. So I did a cruise for them, for G-Bull. It was a catering cruise, tropical cruise. I saw Shia. She was like, "You make this food? Like, what? This is crazy. Like, you make this food? Well, I'm gonna make sure, we have a program coming up, sign up. Because you definitely belong in a program. Like, it's yours. Like, you should definitely sign up. So
That's awesome.
I patiently waited for the program to start. I signed up, and when I joined the program, it was amazing. The teachers were great. I learned a lot, and I used some of what I learned in my business to continue to keep growing my business.
Right.
So they have been great. I love them. They're like family.
Amazing. I love that relationship. I love it because it brought you to us.
Yes.
So
the
I
connections.
love it.
The connections.
That's awesome.
For sure.
Shout out to Greater Baltimore
Love
Urban
them.
League. Yes. And Emmanuela, thank you so much for joining us at the show.
Thank you for having me.
It's been a pleasure. Y'all don't go nowhere. I got to finish this plate, and we'll be right back with Root Branch Marketplace.
Hello, I'm Katanya Lester with Root Branch Marketplace. And today I'm speaking with Derek Simpson of Daz Remodel and Design. Welcome, Derek.
Thank you for having me.
Thanks so much for being here. Tell us a little bit about your business.
Sure, yeah. So we are a full design and remodel company. We basically do all renovations and designs from the roof down to the foundation. So again, we can remodel kitchens, bathrooms, basements. We don't do any new construction, but we do everything right above that, right? So if it's framed or if it's partially framed, then we can finish it for you.
And how did you get into your line of work?
Yeah, so it's a little bit of a long story, but I'll try to shorten it up a little bit. I started out in retail first, right?
Okay.
And this specific retail company, they sent me to like a ton of trainings, right? Just to kind of be better at selling the things that they wanted me to sell.
Mm-hmm.
But fortunately for me, like I took all of that information and just kind of turned it into my own business.
Okay.
Yeah, so they, like I said, they gave me the foundation, and I saw opportunity and I just took it.
And so what moment or what project first made you realize that home renovation and design were your true calling?
That's a good question. A little bit of a tricky question though, because I didn't really know if this was my calling or not. I just knew that like I had a talent. I knew that I could actually, at that time when I was young, I knew I could make some money off of it,
Okay.
right? I was really just chasing money at that time.
Mhm.
I didn't know I had a business until I had a business.
Gotcha.
Right, it just kind of came out of nowhere, and I had to realize like, okay, I need to like officialize this and make sure that I'm really operating the actual business versus just using it as like a side hustle. But again, when I was at that retail company, they taught me a lot, and I had a few opportunities that I just kind of, took advantage of.
Exactly.
And then over time, it just grew, and here we are.
Okay, so based upon your retail training and the way that you run your operation, what sets it apart from other remodeling firms out here?
So I don't like to really compare myself to other companies, right? Because I feel like we all do, different things.
Mhm.
And I think if we're all doing the right thing, then we're making some sort of difference to the customer, right? But I do know that, because of my training, because of my experience, and just because of my love for what I do, I think my results stand out more than what some others do.
Mhm.
And that's just based on my reviews and what people have told me over the past, right? It's not actually my opinion. But honestly, I think we are changing lives. We really are making a difference in people's homes. It's not just about slinging a hammer or putting up drywall or painting. It's really just about creating comfortable spaces,
Mhm.
creating areas where people can feel really like they're at home. You know what I mean? And I think overall that's what sets us apart, right? You can call anyone and throw up some paint on the wall.
Exactly,
or
but
put
you
some
want
floors
someone, that knows how to do what they've been trained to do.
Yeah.
And that leads me to another question for you. How are you able to balance your creativity and your knowledge in your work with the desire and needs of the client?
Yeah, that's also a good question. So I think, there's a quote, I don't know the exact quote, but there's a quote about like having 2 ears and 1 mouth, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I think one of the things I do very well is listen. And
important.
It's very important, especially in this line of work, right?
Mhm.
When I come into someone's home and I do their consultation and we're doing their walkthrough, I'm always looking, right? I'm looking around to see what their design flaws are, what colors they seem to like,
Mhm.
how they have certain placements, right? And this is not, it's a little bit of a judgment, right? Because I need to be judgmental in order to make sure that I'm giving the customer exactly what they want. But it's really about collecting information.
Mhm.
I'm collecting information visually. And then audibly, I'm listening to what the customer wants.
Exactly.
They ask me what they want, what they think they want, what things that they like, and I just collect all the information. I store it, and then at some point, it'll come out in a design.
Mhm.
And I think because I listen well and because it's more about the client and less about me, I think the result comes out very well.
Okay, and then sometimes they may want something, but once you're in the home and you see how it's designed, the age of the home, you may have to refer them to a different type of design just to make sure that it's proper for the home.
No, for sure. I mean, that happens a lot, actually. Again, we're in an age where everything is TikTok and Instagram, right? So you're scrolling, and you think you know what you want because it looks nice. It looks nice in that person's home, but guess what? When I show up, it may not look nice in your home.
Exactly.
And I'm not afraid to tell a customer, like, listen, that's probably not a good idea.
Mhm.
Let me think this through, and I'll come up with other ideas to see if you like those ideas. And if not, then we'll revisit their idea. But usually I'm right.
Right, and that's how can you remodel or redesign and enhance the way people live and feel in their homes. That helps with that.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, so what are some signs that viewers at home may need to know that it's time to remodel or redesign their home?
Yeah, that's a good question. I think the better question is, what are some things that viewers can do in their home to make things look a little bit better, right?
Okay.
Because homeowners think, again, like we talked about, right? They think they know what they want, but sometimes they don't, right? And some small things you could do, fixtures, like if you're in the kitchen, right? You can change your fixtures, your light fixtures, your handles, and so forth. You don't have to do a full remodel, kitchen floors, et cetera, right?
Yes.
I could put together some things that is very simple, very quick. One day we're in and out, you know? Same thing with bathrooms in your basement, right? But the main things are like fixtures, colors, paint. Those things, again, we can come in one day, do it, and when we leave, it's gonna feel like a brand new home, so.
Okay.
Yeah.
So to learn more information about Daz Remodel and Design, please text 866-690-9218. Thank you for joining us, Derek.
Thank you.
And thank you for joining us here at Root Branch Marketplace. Stay tuned for more.
On Small Business Saturday, we're asking folks to give locally this holiday season. We also want you to shop locally. This coming Saturday is Small Business Saturday. Supporting small businesses matters. Studies show that for every dollar spent locally, about 67 cents stays inside the county. According to a PwC survey from September, U.S. consumers plan to spend 5% less on seasonal spending compared to 2024, the biggest drop in 5 years. This reduction in spending could have a profoundly negative impact on all of our retail businesses and an even greater impact on our local and small businesses. To make shopping locally even easier, we will offer free parking in county-owned garages and lots on Small Business Saturday, November 29th, and again on Super Saturday, December 20th, one of the busiest shopping days of the year. Please note that parking on street meters is not free and will still be enforced. We hope the free parking in the garages will help encourage residents to explore local businesses and enjoy everything Montgomery County has to offer.
Welcome back to Root Branch Marketplace. I am Dr. Vanya Pottergrill, and in this segment, I have an extremely special guest, someone who is near and dear to me. She is an incredible woman, business leader, someone I absolutely admire and adore. Please welcome to the show, Dr. Alethea Tucker.
Oh, thank you so much, and I absolutely adore you too.
Thank you, Dr. Tucker. So, tell us a little bit about yourself, your expertise, your field of wisdom.
Sure. So my company is Jolise Enterprises, and I work with women in what I like to call the core areas, the beliefs and the vision, and making sure that we're on point and not having any of the imposter syndrome that we women frequently go through. We work through all of that, and then my main focus has been career. I've been in human resources for well over 30 years now, so I do a lot of career coaching. However, my entire platform has really been about women. So I talk about, making sure that we have our core straight. I talk career. I talk about the importance of healthcare, and I talk about the importance of understanding that there is a need to understand your purpose and your vision, and of course, making sure that you're trying to get to a life where you're thriving and not just surviving. So we celebrate women in what I do, and we help to elevate them.
And you do it so well. I mean, when you are a business leader like myself, oftentimes people ask, well, who do you go to for support? Right. Who do you go to for advice and coaching? And Dr. Tucker is one of the pillars, one of the women in my circle who I lean to. So she's a real one, guys.
And I lean on her.
Yes, we really do. And again, with what you have built in this unit of women in this circle, we are that for each other. Yes. And so you do that not only through your coaching, but through a number of other tools. I mean, you've written several anthology projects that we've been able to support and be a part of. You produced a documentary project behind it that Root Branch also did the supplemental deeper dive of the author's stories. And I mean, and again, your journey has taken you in so many other paths and directions, including your most recent appointment and leadership to Miss Corporate America Maryland. Can you tell us a bit about that?
Yes, I'm excited. Miss Corporate America Maryland, prior to this year, had really kind of just nominated women from different states. This marks the first year that we're actually doing state competitions, and I am the president for Maryland. So we had our first competition back in March. As you know, you served as a judge. Thank you. And the mission and vision about that, again, just flows right into my platform of celebrating women, helping them in business, helping them to elevate that sisterhood that we all need is a huge part of what we do. And then a part of what we do is in community. So we enjoy that as well. And so Miss Corporate America has really allowed me to add another piece to my platform. And we do things, you know, to involve people in the community as well as the queens that we have.
Yes. So each of the queens that were representing the different cities and counties in this past competition, I mean, seriously, it was so hard to be a judge. I mean, these women in their own right were so dynamic, their community impact, their career paths, all they were true queens. Like they were truly queens. So when you reached out with the opportunity to be an ambassador for Miss Corporate America Maryland, I was like honestly floored. So can you tell us a little bit more about what that actually means to be an ambassador?
Sure. So Vanya, you really do. You're the epitome of what it means to be an ambassador. It's someone who believes in the mission and vision of Miss Corporate America, believes in helping women in business and helping women to elevate and helping women to get to that dream that they desire to reach. And so advocating for, of course, Miss Corporate America and spreading the word about what we do and just helping us to broaden our circle. I knew that you would be ideal because of your circle and because of, number one, you being an example of a corporate woman, you know, in business actually for herself and doing wonderful things. You would be a mentor and you would just really be the perfect person to spread the word and to help elevate what it is that we're doing.
Well,
so that's what it is.
I was absolutely honored to accept the charge.
Oh, awesome. And you didn't know this, but I have a surprise for you today.
What?
If I can get somebody to help me out with this.
Oh my goodness.
You know, it comes with a crown and a sash.
What?
So I have your crown with me today.
Oh my gosh.
I brought it. Let's take away
let's
take away the extra things we have here. And I will put this on you.
This is gorgeous. Oh my goodness.
It is ready for you. Of course, I don't see my bobby pins. They are in there somewhere. So we will just kind of place it strategically. Can't move your head a whole lot, but you guys kind of get the gist of it.
Wow.
So she is an ambassador for Miss Corporate America.
I do love it. I love
and
it.
And she has now been crowned.
Thank you, madam.
Well, I can't hold on to it for so long, but I'm going to hold my neck up straight. This is so nice. Yes. What an honor. Thank you so much.
You are so welcome.
Dr. Tucker.
You are so welcome.
So listen, wow, it's actually heavy.
Yeah, it's heavy.
As a part of being an ambassador, I understand you've put together a product.
We
Can you tell us?
A planner that is launching 2026. Actually, it will be ready in just a couple of weeks here, and that's what we have displayed. And thank you for being one of the queens in the planner. You know, we talk about the need, one of the things that we all need, but women in particular, is organization. So we decided to do a planner this year and figured, why not put a little inspiration in the year? So we have a queen representing who's going to be at the beginning of each week of the year, next year. So as they begin to plan, the users of the guide, the planner, begin to use it and plan out their week and their month, they get a little inspiration right as they start the week. So you are one of the queens, and we focused on making sure that, yes, we want women in there who have been crowned in various competitions and pageants, but we want the everyday queen too.
Yes.
The woman who gets up every morning and puts her feet on the ground and makes it happen. So we have an array of women in here offering motivation, inspiration, and of course the planning. It is a beautiful planner.
Well, I think it is an incredible tool. I'm honored to be a part of it. You can pre-order the planner for your holiday gift giving at the web address listed below. And again, Dr. Tucker, thank you so much for this. Thank you for blessing our show and for being with us here today. Don't go anywhere. There is more Root Branch Marketplace when we return.
Welcome back to another amazing segment of Root Branch Marketplace. We have a very special segment today. We have Latoya of MS Scents. Latoya, thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Of course. So please tell me, what is MS Scents?
So MS Scents, the MS stands for multiple sclerosis. I was diagnosed with MS in 2018, and candle making was my way of coping with living with multiple sclerosis. We donate 10% of our sales to the Multiple Sclerosis Foundation. So I dealt with a little bit of depression with initially being diagnosed with a disease, an uncurable disease, I'll say. And one of the things I wanted to do was give back. So it's turned into a passion project to small business.
Wow, it's an impactful story. It's a real story. And one thing I love is when the business has, such a meaningful impact behind its history.
Yes.
So please, Latoya, I'm so excited to get into some of these scents.
Yeah.
Y'all, when I tell you, when I walked over here, I was like, I don't even know what's going on. My nose just started going. It smells so amazing. So I am really excited to smell some of these. Yes. Let's get into it. I want to smell this Christmas one first.
Yes.
Tell me about this.
So this is launching on Small Business Saturday. I have an event, and you can smell it in person if you're interested in. But this is Santa's Nightcap. It is an amaretto, a vanilla, spices. It just smells so good. Smell it.
Oh my goodness. I'm going to eat this. How do I eat a candle? Wow, this is amazing.
A little bit more. We use a coconut apricot wax. So it is different than your typical parfum. It's different than your soy. It's a lot cleaner. It's more luxurious, high end. We are a luxury brand, but we want to be affordable so that people can buy, people living with MS, caregivers, etc.
That is such a good mission. And it smells so sweet. It smells so Christmassy. Santa's Nightcap, I do get a little of the amaretto in there. Yes. It's perfect. That's one of my favorite scents. I'm so serious. So while I smell one of these two over here, can you just tell me, for people that are interested in buying, what are some of the benefits of these candles over other candles for MS and just healing in general?
Yeah, so I have many different candles. This is my signature scent. I have an aromatherapy collection. So these have your standard cotton wick, but each one of these scents are infused with a different natural essential oil. Okay. So this one here is Chill Pill, and it has...
let me smell Chill Pill.
It has ginger in it. It has sandalwood.
This is, it is refreshing.
Yes,
the scent is actually refreshing.
Absolutely.
Oh my gosh,
so
that's
these
amazing.
are the candles that I originally launched the brand with, and each candle is made with love, made with care, but she needs that one. Everything's non-toxic, phthalate free, and we use high-end clean fragrance oils.
Oh my goodness, Latoya, this is just so fun. And we even have our pumpkin one on this side, which I will still lift.
You ready
I know
for
we're
that
kind of
one?
out of the season, but I want to smell it.
People love fall candles year long, I promise
It's
you.
like the peak fall candle, the peak like pie, pumpkin, nutmeg. As soon as you open it, you just smell it.
It is pumpkin souffle. So you smell the butter in it, you smell the pie crust, you smell the pumpkin, the cinnamon.
Oh my gosh, it's amazing.
Well, I'm glad you love it.
I love it so much, and I love having you on the show.
Thank you
so
so
for
much.
people interested in buying, purchasing, how can they find you? What do they need to do?
So I'm a home-based business. I make all of these in my home. We are online, www.mscentescandleco.com. My social media, Instagram is MS Scents Candle Co. Facebook is MS Scents Candle Company.
Perfect.
So you can order online from Instagram or Facebook or the website.
Perfect. Well, Latoya, it was such a pleasure having you on the show.
Thank
you. I love this cause. Viewers at home, like, if y'all need to relax this holiday season, whatever you need to do to settle yourself down. If you are someone with MS, if you're not, these candles, I can tell you right now, are for everyone. I'm about to buy like 18, so that's it. Latoya, thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
Yes. Y'all don't go nowhere. We got more Marketplace coming up.
Welcome. This is an exciting afternoon here, and what is going on with the catwalk? How you doing?
I'm great, and yourself?
Great. Tell us a little bit about yourself and your business, because you've been doing this for quite a while.
Yes, it has been a little while now. It's actually our 28th year this month, and we're super excited. Thank you for having us here. We're actually just so excited about being in business for 28 years because right now, you know, a lot of businesses are not surviving, but we're pushing really big for small businesses, local businesses in the community. We're trying to do our best to make sure that everyone is shopping small.
That's exactly right.
Yeah.
But let's back up a little bit, because you've been doing this for a minute. This you didn't come down in yesterday's rain.
No.
Let's talk about your business and how you started your business. And you've been there for a while. How many years have you been in business?
Well, we actually started in 1997. Me and my husband both. We started, we actually started out the trunk of our car. We went from salon to salon selling, what we thought was high fashion. And it really was high fashion because we did not want to look typical. We didn't want our clients to look typical. We wanted people to know about quality fashion. And that's what we still bring to the table today. We bring quality fashion, not that fast fashion. I'm just so sick of that.
What's the difference?
Well, the difference is things that you can wear forever. Like this jacket I have on. I had this jacket for over 10 years. Something that you can transform into different outfits. Like the outfit you have on now, I love what you have on. And I can tell that's not fast fashion. So, that's the difference. Fast fashion is something that you wear it one time, you put it in a washer, and it's over with. So high quality fashion are things that our customers look for, things with detail, things that when you look inside of the garment, that the person took their time, their passion.
Yes. Let's talk about Catwalk, because it's an iconic business that's been there for a while. How did you create that? What was going on in your lives at that time where you wanted to get involved in this?
Honestly, we both were shopaholics when we met.
Okay.
We were shopaholics when we met, and we used to travel to New York or wherever to get what we were looking for. So I got tired of that. So I said, let's open up our own store, find our own designers, our own styles, and just kind of like show the world what we like and offer what we like. Because it's hard to get. It was hard to get at the time. It was really no couture stores in Baltimore. Well, in Maryland, you could go to Pentagon City or Tyson's Corner. Other than that, you had to go to New York to get high fashion pieces.
Right.
So,
but what you also did in making this transition, people were shocked when you started this. Let's talk about how you brought in all of these customers.
I think the the one thing that we did was made an atmosphere for them. Because a lot of the places that you went into did not have the atmosphere to shop, a place where when you went into the catwalk, it wasn't just your typical store. Right. That played a big part in the experience and, the experience as well. Because when you come into the catwalk, people feel like they're somewhere else. They don't feel like they're in a typical clothing store. Right. So it's also the atmosphere. My husband, he's a great interior designer. He actually comes up with the concept of each store. He also has Angel Park Boutique, so he actually handmade the racks, everything. So
Really?
Yeah, that would actually, the concept of the store itself brings to life the catwalk, and the store. It's not just about the clothing, it's also about the atmosphere and also what we do for the community.
And that's powerful. What's really powerful, sitting here, I've obviously known about Catwalk, but for you two to work together, that you both see the vision in implementing that, how did you decide that you were going to be able to make such a leap?
You want that one? All right.
You can go ahead with it. We can both, but go ahead.
Our biggest thing, because we both worked for, we were educators. She was a teacher for Baltimore City. I was a teacher at correction. I worked at all the juvenile facilities in the state of Maryland. I was a resource teacher. So we always wanted to give back to the community, help people out with our nonprofit programs, Shoes That Fit. We like to help the youth out. And even to our customers, it's about educating them about the pieces that you're buying. Like you say, the difference between fast fashion and like couture is like, fast fashion comes and goes with the trends. Couture is cut and sewn. It's like almost custom made for you. It's quality fabrics, which we know are going to last you. You're going to get your dollar's worth out of it. We don't want to cheat people. I never wanted to cheat people when it came to like, you go to work, pay all your bills, and whatever you have left over, you come in and spend money with us. I want to make sure you can keep this for a year or 2 or 3.
You're actually gonna keep it for a lifetime, not even just a year or 2. All of my garments, you're gonna keep them for a lifetime. People come to me and they say, Tony, I still have that piece that you sold me on Reed Street.
Oh my God.
And Reed Street was in the 90s when we were there, in the early 2000s. So people still come to me and they still have that same garment. And some of the designers, the good thing about Catwalk, the designers are the designers that started out. Like we had Patricia Fields, Gaultier, Mosquito. These are the designers that we had when we first started out. And believe it or not, boutiques could not get those designers. So we were the first. We get the designers that are up and coming, the starters. Even like we have a internship program. So we help young people become designers. We help them become entrepreneurs. And then they branch out and they actually, have their own boutiques. They have their own businesses. They become fashion stylists. So this is what we do as well. And it's a free program.
I love it. So in looking at your business and what made you bring in young people and to do the training, how do parents understand? How do we bring parents in so they understand the ability that their young people have by coming to you and what you have, and understanding that they too can create their own businesses, they can create their own products? Give us 2 things that are takeaways for the parents to think about as their children being able to go into the retail and design era.
Well, the first thing, we will help your child, you and your child save money through education, because we will educate you and we will show you the right way how to set yourself up from the beginning as far as tax-wise, just everything, your business plan, everything. We will set you up how to do that. And the best way to come do that is come sit down and talk to us. We're at 1707 and 1709 Alexander Street, right around the corner in Baltimore, Maryland.
Outstanding.
Yes. And also they can hit us through our Instagram, Catwalk Boutique, Fells Point, and Angel Park Boutique. So they can DM us as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, thank you both so much. And I'm going to have to go get some shopping. I need a couple of more cards in my pocket. So.
And also, we appreciate Root Branch Marketplace for having us. Marsha Jews, you've been incredible. Thank you as well.
Thank you. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be right back.
Grand greetings. Again, I'm one of your co-hosts, Kenzie, and
Grand greetings. I'm one of your co-hosts, Troy Beckett.
And today we will be trying La
Grande
Grande
Caviar.
Caviar.
Ooh la la.
This business is owned by Susan Smallwood. She started a very luxurious caviar brand. These caviar are straight from Osetra sturgeons.
Yes.
So, Troy,
So
do you think we should give it a test?
I'm so excited. Yes, absolutely.
We both love caviar, but this is our first time trying La Grande
Caviar.
So let's try it.
All right.
We were told we have to do a bump.
Yes.
So I'm just going to get a little spoon. I think that's enough on the hand.
That's a lot, Kenzie.
I think I got too much.
I think you did too. But it's okay. It's going to be good.
Go put the spoon back.
Right.
All right. Cheers. Fist bump.
La la.
All right.
Right.
Delicious.
Ooh la la.
Ooh la la.
Literally.
That
so
is
good.
fantastic.
No, it's really good.
It tastes
it's
fresh.
light, it's fresh. Yeah, it's really good.
We got it shipped here, but it is honestly very fresh. It's delicious.
So good.
I can tell. I feel very luxurious eating it.
Same.
Yes, so if y'all are interested in trying some La Grande Caviar for yourself, please go to lagrandecaviar.com and you can check out Susan Smallwood on her social media handles as well.
Yes. Thank you.
Stay tuned. Don't go anywhere.
We have more.
Welcome back, everyone. I am so excited for this next segment. I am sitting down with a great friend of mine. He is the head of the Greater Baltimore Committee, or as we call it here in Baltimore, the GBC. This is Mark Anthony Thomas. Mark, welcome to the show.
It's good to see you.
Good to see you always. I can't believe the holidays are here and are upon us. And so as we've been talking this episode of Root Branch Marketplace, we're talking all things holiday shopping, but shopping local, shopping small, and shopping Maryland.
Yeah.
So can you tell us a bit about the GBC, what you all do, your impact and your role here in Baltimore?
Yeah, sure. So the GBC was founded 7 years ago. We were created to actually grow the economy, strengthen the Baltimore region, and support Maryland being a dynamic state that it is. And so we prioritize economic development issues, but we have our hands on issues from public safety to transportation and supporting small business.
Well, there is a easy intersection between those different verticals, quite honestly. And we talk about that a lot when we talk about the impact of small businesses, particularly when the small businesses' lights are on in our communities. Those neighborhoods are safe. Those neighborhoods are vibrant. They are clean. They are active, and there's movement of money in the economy. Not only are they supplying the need of the community, but they're also being able to provide jobs and take care of their own families. So really interesting to hear from the city's level, from the GBC's level, how economic development, you guys are aligning those things the same.
Sure. So we're largely composed of the major employers and anchor institutions, but they're all deeply invested in seeing a thriving startup and small business ecosystem. And so we've recently acquired a program called Be Local that will then be repositioned to make sure that we're all supporting small business. We just merged with Upsurge, which is helping founders and innovation companies get the resources they need. And so we're putting the foundation in place to do more to support small business. But even just in building great neighborhoods and being a resident of the city and of the region, it's just, you love places where small businesses are thriving.
I love that. And I love that you brought up Be Local and Upsurge. Upsurge particularly centers around those startups that are in the tech space.
That's correct.
And so with Baltimore having that, I guess, what is it? The identifier as a tech hub. Like, I mean, can you tell us a little bit more about that and what that actually means?
Yeah, so we led the competition. This has been 2 years now for us to be one of the 31 federal tech hubs.
Wow.
And there were hundreds of applicants. And then I was tapped to then introduce the program by the White House. But what it means is it positions us to be strategically invested in by the federal government for areas of innovation that we want to catalyze growth. And so we're focused on the intersection of AI and biotech, which is one of the key anchors of what our future economy is going to be based around.
So, I mean, again, this is why I love this show, because it's about bringing this type of information to the forefront. And that even in the tech and the biomed space, small business and startup and innovation is a part of that. That is super exciting. So again, we're heading into the holidays. So you have plans for the holidays? Are you shopping local?
So I actually love just the celebration of small business that happens around the holiday season. I love small businesses, whether it's restaurants, bookstores, local crafts, farmers markets, wherever you see an opportunity to really support an entrepreneur that's trying to thrive, that's creating something unique, then that's something that really just makes me excited. And it's really important for the institutions and for the community to wrap its arms around this type of entrepreneurship.
I agree with that wholeheartedly. So again, as we head into shopping season and we're making our final preparations, you know, part of this show is, again, creating this digital platform so that our small businesses can end strong and their quarter strong, right? Because this is like the highest peak for consumer shopping. And we know that the big box stores and all of them get their play. But what's your words of encouragement to our viewers to not only shop local, but really shop Maryland?
Yeah, so I would encourage everyone to shop Maryland. And what that means in practice, you're supporting your neighbors, you're supporting your friends, you're supporting the parents of your schools. And it really is critical for us to have a thriving economy and have small businesses that are really contributing to that success. And so we definitely want to see people out on the streets, in the neighborhoods, parking, riding transit, everything that it takes to support our small businesses. And then they'll be happy and be contribute just to our overall vibrancy.
Thank you. I agree with that. Well, you've heard it here from our head of the GBC. There are some great things happening here in Baltimore, particularly in our tech space and our innovation space. Stay locked in with us. Shop local, shop small. Thank you again, Mark Anthony Thomas, for being on the show with us. You all do not go anywhere. There is more Marketplace to come.
Welcome back to Root Branch Marketplace. Again, I'm one of your co-hosts, Kenzie B, and I'm here with an amazing author that we have the privilege of interviewing today, Kevin Sherd. Kevin, thank you so much for joining us on the show.
Thank you for the invite. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, so I want to talk about your latest book, A Life for a Life. But first, let's delve into a little bit about your personal history. So tell me, how did you begin your journey of being an author?
Wow, it was a long journey. I'd say 20 years ago, I was released from prison. And I would talk to people about it and tell stories and things like that. And they would always say stuff like, you need to write a book. And I was like, man, I don't want to write no book. I don't have time or the patience to write a book. And then true story, I went to a ghostwriter and I spoke to them about it. And I wasn't comfortable with the ideas that they had about how to move forward with the project. And so one day I came home one weekend and I said, I'm gonna write 20 pages and see what happens.
Wow.
And then I wrote the 20 pages and I thought it was the dopest 20 pages ever. So I sent it to a friend of mine who's an editor. I remember calling and she was like, this is horrible. She's like, this is the worst. And my heart was broke.
Oh my goodness.
But it was a challenge because she said, look, I know your story. I know it's better than this. And she used this concept. She said, I wanna smell it, taste it, feel it. So when you write about your grandmother's cooking in the book, I want to smell it.
Right.
Right? When you talk about your fear of being in the streets, I want to feel it.
Right.
So smell it, taste it, feel it. So I went back and I added all these adjectives just to like kind of like spice up and then she's like, that's it. And I wrote the book in 6 months.
Wow.
I was finished the book in 6 months and I sat on it for a few years and then I finally released it. And now this is my 4th book project.
Wow, that's amazing. Well, congratulations on being on your 4th book.
Thanks.
And isn't that so interesting how the people around you often know before you do? Everyone was telling you, you know, you need to write your life story down, and even having that friend to be there and, you know, give you that constructive criticism, it's so key. So tell me, with your history and your past, we work a lot with returning citizens. And as your personal history, how has that impacted you professionally, emotionally, throughout, you know, beyond your writing?
For one, it gave me something to write about.
Right.
Right? And then I've done like reentry work over the last 10 years myself. So I really get it. You know, in 2013, 2014, I was a part of the Clemency Project, the Obama Clemency Project, where he was giving clemency to nonviolent drug offenders.
Okay.
And so I was a part of the project, and 1,700 nonviolent drug offenders were released from prison under that project, right?
Wow.
I was a part of the committee that did the post-release policies and procedures, right? So when these guys got out of prison, what was waiting for them, right? If I hadn't been in prison myself at some point, I would have never understood that, right? You need an ID. You may need mental health, resources to mental health services, housing, right? Of course, job opportunities. But I wouldn't have understood it to that extent if I hadn't went through that situation myself. And I actually fought on some of those calls with the Federal Bureau of Prison because they didn't understand that guys needed mental health services when they got out of prison, right? And we were releasing guys that was had been in for 20, 30, 40 years in prison. So of course they're gonna need some mental health services when they got out.
Right.
So just without me having that experience, a lot of the work I've done, even the writing I've done, I wouldn't have understood those subject matters.
Wow. So your personal experience turned into advocacy for others and others going through. That's truly an amazing and inspiring story. So let's get into your 4th book, A Life for a Life. Tell me a little bit about this journey. And for our show, Root Branch Marketplace, since it's a holiday show, you know, tell us about it in case people want to buy it as a gift it to someone else.
Of course.
And utilize it for the holiday season. So tell me, give me a rundown. But no spoilers, but a rundown.
On the book or where to find the book?
On the 4th book.
Oh, on the book. Yeah, so I started writing this book 10 years ago. And it took me 10 years to really understand the issue of mental health to the degree that we can really write about it, right? I got a rule that don't write about stuff that you don't understand. Because if you don't truly understand it and you pass that information over to somebody else, now you've literally corrupted somebody else's mind. So it literally took me 10 years to really understand the issue of mental health, post-traumatic stress disorder, unresolved trauma, and then how these communities, how this situation really impacts communities.
Right.
And its relationship to violence in communities.
Wow.
So yeah, it was a long journey, but the central character in the book was a guy that I was in prison with 20 years ago. You know how sometimes we use the term, that's my crazy friend, that's my crazy homeboy, that's my crazy buddy, in an endearing way.
Yeah.
Not realizing our friend might be really going through some stuff, right? Or may really have some issues, right? I think we all had that experience.
100%, yeah.
And back then, I didn't understand trauma, PTSD, unresolved trauma. I really didn't understand these issues. And he was going through some stuff. And then later on, he got released from prison. Then I got released from prison. But then one day I was sitting home working on my first book, and he came on my mind. I thought about this guy. I was like, wow, I wonder how this guy's doing. And I Googled him, and this article popped up that he had committed a double murder in Dover, Delaware. He had actually killed his ex-girlfriend and her new boyfriend, shot him in the bed together.
Oh my goodness. Kevin, I have to stop you right here because I'm getting really involved and invested in this story. This sounds like, well, first of all, it's touching.
Yeah.
It's heartbreaking, and it's deep and it's personal to you. And I don't want to give out too much. I don't want to give too much away.
Buy the book.
Buy the book so you can hear the rest.
Yeah.
I think that enough for me was like, I have to hear what happens next.
Yeah, it's a powerful. So the book is doing really well across the country. It was endorsed by the American Psychiatric Association.
That's amazing. Wow.
The executive director, wrote a nice blurb for the book. It's on the back of the book. So the book is doing really well.
Well, that's fantastic. I can't wait to give it a read. And for our viewers at home who are interested, heard that excerpt, heard that anecdote, and who are ready to read as well, how can they purchase the book? Where can they find you?
Amazon. Let's start with that.
Right.
And get that out the way. Barnes and Nobles, Target, maybe not Target. But no, it's everywhere. The book is everywhere. Anywhere you buy books, the book is there. It's available. Simon & Schuster's the distributor. So we got books. We're selling books all over the world.
Wow, that's amazing. Yeah. And then how about you, personal website, social media, anything you'd like to give out?
Yeah, Kevin Sherd. I'm everywhere. You Google me, search me. I'm all over the place. Anywhere you want to, I'm accessible. I make myself accessible to the world.
Well, Kevin Sherd, author of A Life for a Life, thank you so much for joining us at the Root Branch Marketplace.
I appreciate it.
And y'all, don't go nowhere. We have more coming up soon.
And we're back, Root Branch Marketplace, Small Business Saturday, Maryland edition. Again, our representatives have been showing up from all across the state. I'm super honored to be here with Delegate Mike Rogers, all the way from Anne Arundel County. Delegate, thank you so much for joining the show.
Hey, Dr. Pettigrew, it's great to be here with you. It's an honor for me to actually have this conversation with someone who's doing all the great things that you're doing. And, one day I want to buy my own block too.
Let's do it. I love it. I love to hear it. So as we talked about in this episode of Root Branch Marketplace, it's the holiday season. We really want to turn inward and support our local businesses, and particularly right here in our great state of Maryland. Can you talk to me a bit about what's happening over there in your county in the small business space?
Sure. So Anne Arundel County, and particularly the western and northern part of Anne Arundel County, which I represent, we're sort of known as the Gold Coast because we've got, great places like the small airport called BWI Marshall. We got Laurel Racetrack, which is going to be running the Preakness next year. We've got a little small installation called Fort Meade NSA with 62,000 jobs, the largest employer in the state, and a small casino, Maryland Live Casino in Arundel Mills, who just celebrated their 25th anniversary yesterday, and I had the opportunity to be there for that. So great economic drivers here, but small businesses is truly the backbone of our economy. And so, I'm excited to be here with Root Branch Marketplace, just to kind of tell people to shop local. Local businesses, as I said, are our backbone. So as we approach this holiday season, shop local, shop small business.
No, thank you so much for that. And I love that you recapped that for us, because when we're moving about throughout our state, we kind of lose sight of what county we are in. And you're right. There's so many incredible things that are happening in Anne Arundel County, from the racetrack to the airport to the casino. And again, surrounding all of that are the small businesses. And while those bigger entities are great economic drivers, when people come to town and they stay a while, we want them to venture out a bit and visit some of the local establishments. So, final remarks from you. Just speak straight to camera. Share with us your takeaway, your charge to the viewers to tune in, to share, and to shop local.
So again, I would be remiss if I didn't thank Root Branch Marketplace for not only the opportunity, but for advocating to shop locally. We've got some great restaurants here in Anne Arundel County. Just a brand new restaurant just opened up, Jamaican theme, Catherine's, inspired by the owner and chef's mother. We've got small pastry shops. We've got Cakes Plus.
Yeah.
We've got a brand new foodery that opened in Odenton. So many small businesses that are here in Anne Arundel County, but really across the state. And I believe that our small businesses are truly our backbone. And so we need to patronize them as often as we can, particularly during this holiday season.
Well, thank you so much, Delegate Rogers, for joining us all the way from Arundel County to share your remarks and to stand with us in unity for this holiday season as we shop local and shop small. Do not go anywhere. There is more Root Branch Marketplace to come.
My name is Larry Lancaster. I'm a professional stand-up comedian, and I'm from Baltimore, Maryland. I got into this line of work, actually it started out when I was a child. I was raised by a mom who had mental illness. So in the neighborhood, the kids used to tease me, so I had to become quick with my comebacks. So it started out as a defense mechanism, developed into a skill, and now a profession. I love Baltimore. It's a tough place, a tough town. If you can make it here, you can make it anywhere. The people are very authentic. There's a lot of beauty in the grittiness of Baltimore. And it's one of those things where if you're not from here, you won't get it. A lot of people don't. And I get that. It has challenges. But I consider Baltimore a small town with big city problems. It's very important to shop within our communities. Especially for small businesses, black-owned businesses in particular, because we need that economic impact. A lot of what's happening politically is because we're not unified and we're not organized economically. The big, gigantic corporations like the Targets, the Walmarts, the Amazons, they're taking all of those billions of dollars that they get and they're using it to disenfranchise the same people who made them wealthy. So for me, it's a matter of survival that we support small businesses and local businesses. It's more important than it's ever been. Well, I love Maryland because it's centrally located. You can be in another state within a matter of a few hours. You get everything you want. If you want to go to the mountains, Maryland has that. If you want water, Maryland has that. If you want dense populated cities and counties, Maryland has all of that in one particular state. And I love that about Maryland. I think it's important, and it's a blessing. And it's a responsibility. Whenever you have the ears of a lot of people, you should say something impactful. A lot of people don't, but I do believe that when you have people's attention, it's a responsibility to pour back into them, to say something that can be encouraging to someone. I love Root Branch Marketplace. It's a home for me. I love Doc. I love the crew. Every time I'm here, it's always warm. It's inviting. I've been here since, I want to say the inception, since the beginning. And so I'm just looking forward to what she has to offer, what this can grow into, what it is now, and what's beyond for the future. They should shop. They should be intentional. You can do a Google search. You can find out all the things you get from the big corporations. There are small businesses that carry those same things. Even if it costs a little bit more, it's worth it to do. And all you got to do is do a little research.
Welcome back to another segment of Root Branch Marketplace. Now, you all know, again, for this episode, we are talking shopping Maryland. However, Root Branch Studios are located and headquartered right here in Baltimore City. So we would be remiss if we did not have representation from the leadership of our very own city. So I am extremely honored to be sitting here today with our City Council President, Zeke Cohen. Zeke, welcome to the Marketplace.
Thank you for having me. And I gotta say, I'm honored too to be with my friend and someone who's a pioneer and an entrepreneur, and appreciate you having me on.
Thank you. So we're going to jump into it. Again, we're talking shopping local, shopping small. But from a leadership perspective, I would love to hear from you. How is City Council supporting Baltimore small business and minority-owned businesses to help them grow and stay sustainable in today's economy?
Absolutely. So look, I gotta start with, folks will know I am the biggest foodie in town. And so I feel like I single-handedly support our small restaurant, local business scene. Institutionally, we support the Boost program, which was a partnership between Downtown Partnership, the mayor's office, and a bunch of folks to try to seed some money, and I think you were a part of that as well, into small, often minority-owned businesses. We in Baltimore believe fundamentally that from an economic development standpoint, it makes a ton of sense for us to invest in small businesses, and particularly Black-owned, women-owned businesses. I know that the Trump administration and the national politics is pushing in a different direction. But when we look locally, we know that we have so many amazing entrepreneurs in this town that want to add their talent and their treasure and bring products to market. And Baltimore is a great place to do it. So the Boost program is what comes top of mind, but I'll just say as well, me personally, I spend a lot of time supporting small businesses, getting permit help, working through the procurement system. And so I just want everybody to know that if you are thinking about starting a business in Baltimore, this is the place to do it. Now is the time to do it. In spite of the move that the federal government is making, we still believe that diversity and equity are strengths in this city. And so come build in Baltimore.
Absolutely. So creative platforms like what we've created here with Root Branch Marketplace is playing a role, in amplifying the local entrepreneurs and reshaping Baltimore's economic narrative. How do you see the city playing a part in tandem with us as we work together to do this work?
Yeah, so look, like I said, I'm extremely proud to be a partner and friend with Vanya and Root Branch and the amazing work that goes on here. She was the first Black woman to buy a block in Baltimore. I tell people that.
You do.
And it's important because you're part of the legacy and the history, particularly here in Canton. As we grow and develop and become a vibrant and diverse community and city. So know that you're a part of that. The way that we partner, again, is about, first off, we do make some investment, some seed investment through the Boost program, and incredibly grateful to all the stakeholders that have participated. But we also, I personally want to make sure that when an entrepreneur is starting up, that they're not dealing with the hassle and the headache of our city's sometimes convoluted permitting process, that we are able to get them what they need. And so that's something where I've personally played a role and have pushed the city council to really be a partner. And so we've been working hard on improving our permitting process, knowing that it can be a barrier for folks that want to start a business. We also want to make procurement easier. At times, the city will support and partner with organizations, and it can be tricky. So one thing that I've done since becoming council president, we have, during every council meeting, we have a luncheon with the city council. I wanted to move away from this one contract that we had with a catering company and actually use those dollars to support minority or just small local restaurants in our city. Because why shouldn't the city government itself be invested in the success of an Ekiben or a Black Sauce Kitchen or these great places that bring the charm and the funk to Charm City? And so that's something that we've started doing in the city council, and I'm really proud of, because I think that when we put our money where our mouth is, it matters.
I thank you so much for sharing those points and lifting that up, because really that's one of the reasons why I invited you and so many of our civic leaders into this particular episode, because sometimes when you're a small business and you're running a brick and mortar or a cupcake shop that's just, in your community, it's hard to make the connect the dot of how you turn that into procurement opportunity so that you can grow and become sustainable. So you all being able to come onto the show and talk about some of the strides, and that you're recognizing that that's a barrier and creating opportunities to kind of close that gap. So I'm seeing the improvements, I'm seeing the changes, and so I wanted to leverage our platform in Root Branch Marketplace so that we can inform other small businesses that there's real opportunity to do business at the local city government level as well as with the state. So as Small Business Saturday and the holiday seasons are approaching, what message do you have for small businesses and residents about the power of buying local?
Yeah, look, first off, we know that the reason why Baltimore is winning right now is not just because we're seeing historic declines in homicide and non-fatal shootings. It's not just because we're seeing our city start to grow from a population perspective for the first time in a decade. It's also because we've got such great local businesses in Baltimore. And whether that's in retail, whether that's restaurant, whatever it is, I really do believe that a big part of why we are Charm City is because of places like Root Branch, is because of all the restaurants that are up and down this street, is because of the matcha guy that started out in Remington and is expanding his business. I'm gonna go after this to Cafe de Leon right in Canton Square, to see those guys going from one spot to now having a restaurant, and then moving up to North Baltimore as well. There are so many great success stories that started here in Baltimore. But that can't happen if we don't support local businesses. And look, I get it. Amazon is convenient, right? Folks understand that, that they've done a lot to make their products very accessible. But what I urge Baltimoreans to do is to spend a big part of your dollars locally. That's how we feed our own economy. That's how we grow small businesses. That's how we create more jobs in our city. If we want to see East and West and North and South Baltimore rise together, that means we have to support ourselves. That means we need to do things like the council is doing in leveraging our dollars, and instead of going with some large out-of-town catering company, to spend it on the local restaurants that are fighting for their life right here in our city. And so I would urge everybody, not just this coming Saturday, not just now in November, but throughout the year, really think about where there are opportunities to support local entrepreneurs, local businesses. Even if it's a little bit more expensive, know that those dollars go much further rather than putting them in Jeff Bezos's pocket.
Well, you have heard it here from our city council president. Thank you so much.
Well, everyone, we have done it again. Another incredible Small Business Saturday in the books. I thank you all for watching, and I thank you even more for shopping Maryland this holiday season. To all of our guests, to all of our businesses, and to all of our counties represented on this broadcast today. We couldn't have done it without each of you. And it's really each of you who are tuned in and who will carry the ball by shopping local and shopping small this holiday season. We thank you. From my family to yours, happy holidays.